so keep that in mind.
Yeah, hey, forget I asked.
That'll definitely do.
Ew. Join the Discord.
It was the least fun I've ever had playing this game.
A small but vibrant and extremely humble community.
No, I've seen the sleeves, but I'm like, you said you're suiting up, and then you put your sleeve on. Thank you for saying that.
Because I'm a demon on the keys.
Next thing I know, we're both dead. I immediately left the lobby.
In Vietnam.
What are they playing for? Are they playing to win?
Stay humble.
Stay humble.
Raz hates the listeners. We're also live. Welcome to the... Yeah, you couldn't tell because apparently I'm not fucking screaming into my microphone. So people don't understand that we are in fact live. But yes, we are live. Welcome to Season 2 of the Dropshot, as we've gone over. Episode, a Call of Duty podcast, of course. Episode number 106. Ooh, excuse me. My name is Casey, also known as... Imagine all of these people complaining that I vape into my mic, and then you're telling me to literally scream into it. Like their ears aren't too...
Okay, because you vape into your mic.
Crackle,
you vape into your mic 150 times an episode. You scream into the mic once.
Okay.
I mean, it's just, you would think you're unemployed, you're a loser, you don't do anything. You would think you'd have more energy, right?
Oh, I've got plenty of energy. I'm just done. I don't know. Anyways, whatever. Not the best start we've ever had. Welcome to the Dropshot. My name is Casey, also known as Razanon. I am joined, as always, by my good friend Tanner.
Season 2.
Season 2.
What's up, guys?
Season 2, indeed. How
life? Are you guys? Raz doesn't care about me. He doesn't want to introduce me. It's fine.
He's so dumb.
Life is good.
So
I was just talking with Chad. I got 2 new... Oh, fuck. I almost knocked that over. We got 2 new whiskeys today to try. Got the old Johnny Walker Double Black. That's what Raz tells everyone to fucking buy and everyone to drink because that's the only one he's ever tried. And then we got here the Whistle Pig 10-year rye whiskey. So
was Whistle
excited
Pig,
to try those.
Was Whistle Pig a recommendation from the Discord? Join the fucking Discord, of course, if you're listening.
I believe it was in the Discord. More than that, though, it was a friend of mine, the one that works at a brewery. He's very into Whistle Pig.
Got it.
Got some like the top shelf bottles.
Well, buy me some next time, but anyways.
Okay.
Well, not the best start we've ever had, as I said. Welcome to the program. Today is going to be a thicker than normal episode, I'm pleased to report, on this fine Wednesday evening. A lot more to discuss than most Wednesdays, especially since Cold War launched, because Cold War has been pretty light in the ass on content. But we have a lot to talk about today, actually. And we also have a lot to talk about with respect to the program. So... quite a few announcements, some of which I'm very excited about, actually. But before we get into those, welcome to our new gold patrons. And this is a list I can work with, right? It's not the craziest.
Workable? Let me look at it.
Yeah, take a look and tell me if this is workable.
It's workable. It's right on the edge of us canceling the podcast forever, though.
Yeah.
I mean, just permanently.
That's true. So. Yeah. We're getting real razor thin here. Okay. But we might not have a Saturday episode if this happens again. We're right on the edge, but this is an acceptable number. So welcome to our new gold patrons. Lamboni, Mateo El Güero. That means like,
let's not do that.
Matthew the white boy, or the white person, in Espanol, which is Spanish, by the way, for you disgusting white pieces of shit out there. Fuck white people, by the way. It's a joke. I'm white.
What's wrong with you?
It's a joke. Relax. Just relax. Everyone relax. We're fine. My dad did his 23andMe, and his DNA is literally 100% British and Irish.
Jesus.
He's so white. Anyways. Mateo, welcome. Zach B, Dr. Cloud, and Rhett R. Welcome, new Goldilocks Patreon arenas. And also Rastafan, a new gold patron. And Matthew F. with an upgrade from gold to Damascus. Patreon.com/thedropshot. 4 bonus episodes a month. We're going to get into that in a second. And weekly hangouts for the Damascus patrons. We've been doing a lot of Warzone customs, and we allow the gold patrons there as well. So even if you, if you don't have $20 lying around a month, I get it. Maybe you have 5. And if you do, you can join the Warzone customs, which have been both fun and exciting. Now, Cowboys versus Indigenous Peoples was perhaps a mixed bag, which we're going to get into. But in general, quite fun. Quite fun. So patreon.com/thedropshot. By the way, 4 bonus episodes a month. That's, of course, the main reason to join the Patreon. Although many people don't listen to any of the bonus episodes, even though they're fantastic content. They just want to come to the Hangouts because they're that fucking fun. So consider Damascus.
Well, they like stacking their shit.
They're
their
stacking,
rats, yeah.
They're stacking varmint.
Imagine paying $20 a month just to stack in customs.
Stacking customs, true.
These kids are such rats.
Well, we've got some stacking pests, but we'll address that. We've gotten some exterminator juice spray. What is it called? It doesn't matter.
Let's move on.
Moving on. Also, we got a contribution of an amount of United States dollars with no message attached. There was no hi. There was no thanks. There was no I can't believe I'm doing this. There was no I'm under duress because agents of your corporation have a gun pointed at my head. Not that that happened, obviously. There was no message attached, but we did get a sizable contribution to the program from Mr. Ben S. Now, I have his full last name here. I won't dox him.
Dox him. Let's dox him.
If he sends,
is it our friend Ben?
It's
Benjamin
not our friend
Arthur
Ben.
Renard?
No.
Of course not, because he doesn't even give us his Twitch Prime sub.
That's of course true.
He's fucking the worst.
He's
Oh my
absolutely the worst
God.
person I've ever met. And shout out to Benjamin Arthur Renard, enemy of the program, of course. But Ben S. with a very generous contribution of 101 United States fucking dollars. Let's go, dude. Absolutely demonic.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you indeed. It is possible, actually. You know what? I think I know what's going on. I think this is OBJ Zen or whoever donated during the TGD episode. I think that's what's going on here. So if that's you, thank you again. That's a very sizable contribution. And if it's not, I'll figure it out. But either way, thank you very much, sir. I greatly appreciate it. And you've earned your spot as a founder on the new website. By the way, someone was asking, why do you still have the website fund on your screen even though you smashed the goal? And by you, of course, we mean you guys. Why would you leave it on the screen? Well, we want to allow time for those of you who may want to be listed as founders the opportunity to do so. So we're going to keep it up 16 more days. Now, obviously, again, we're over our goal. So the website is bought and paid for in total. Thanks to you guys. Hashtag fundraiser. Exclamation point fund. But we have some other projects that we're going to be working on that will require some capital. So we will definitely be able to put anything else to good use toward the program. So anyways, that's that. And but again, Ben, thank you very much, sir. I greatly appreciate it. Now, before we move on, Tanner, anything from you?
No.
All right.
So yeah, so change that, right?
Okay. Well, never mind. All right.
I forgot to let me double check real quick. I didn't see anything come through. Let me double check, make sure I didn't get like $1,000 donation today or anything.
I bet you didn't.
I didn't get anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I bet
got
you
some
didn't.
follows. Thanks.
Yeah. Well,
Thanks for the follows.
hey, follows are good, dude. Don't hate
Follows
on
are great.
follows.
Follows are
Tanner's
great.
been streaming for like less than a year, and look at him. He's all mad he doesn't get offline subs. I got my first offline sub in year 7, actually. So suck my
Well,
dick.
it's because you're a shit streamer and you still are.
Well,
you always have been.
that's-
You are currently. You're racist. You're
I'm not. That's fake news, by the way. That's fake news.
You
And
are
the
fake
indigenous
news.
people in the chat
sexist.
can tell you that I am not racist or sexist. But
Okay. I don't think I can drink this Johnny Walker. I mean, this is going to be dangerous for me. It's so easy to drink. I'm going to end up getting obliterated every time I have it.
It's that tasty, is what I'm hearing.
It's not tasty. It's just easy. Like this amount right here, I can down in one sip if I wanted to easily.
Do it, pussy. Don't do it. We need you in tip-top shape this evening. Do you work tomorrow?
No.
Okay. That's something we'll keep in mind. Anyways. So Patreon episodes are forthcoming. We will have 1 or 2 recorded tomorrow, and 1 will be released this Friday.
We'll have 2.
1 or 2.
We'll have 2 recorded tomorrow.
Doesn't matter. You're going to have 1 released by Friday if you're listening, and that's it. We can record 20 tomorrow. You'll have 1 released by Friday. Okay. So as far as you guys are concerned, we're going to release 1 on Friday. Okay. So figure it out. And of course we will have our 4 Patreon bonus episodes this month, as we've done every single month. We fucking deliver. Okay. We deliver. It's not 1 a week. It's 4 a fucking month, and we deliver, and we will deliver. We have a commitment to delivering on this program.
We like to deliver.
We will deliver. Call me Amazon or not. Doesn't matter. Since our main focus has been on Warzone, this next bonus ep will probably be centered on Warzone as well. Now, I know there are some people who are playing a lot more Cold War than Warzone. We will still be doing...
Those people are dumb.
That's fake news. Okay. Hey, don't shit on our dear listeners. I stand with you, Cold War players, in listening. Okay, I stand with you. You have an ally in me. Fuck Tanner. Dox him. We will also be doing Cold War content for the Patreon and for the program, which we're going to get into, the regular ass program. But for the Patreon, we're going to be doing some Cold War stuff too. It's just going to be like more Warzone centered. Just like last month, some Cold War, mostly Warzone. But we're going to stay on the Cold War train for sure. We still have more thoughts we can cover, and we plan on doing that. But this Friday, it's probably going to be a Warzone episode. So just keep those things in mind. And I just want to reiterate, for those of you who aren't patrons, what are you doing? You know?
Not much.
Here's my nothing. Like, my question is, like, what are you doing? You know? You've been listening to this program for 106 episodes, right? And you're not in the Patreon. There's such a catalog of fire content just waiting for you. Sign up, figure it out. We like to do lately a lot of episodes that are like Warzone brainstorms. Tanner and I will think of a couple ideas related to Warzone, and we'll just talk about them. And we often come up with like new cool thoughts and ideas, and we've actually implemented some of those things after having talked about them. Quite often, I would say, by the way. So get in on that. Patreon.com/TheDropshot. And again, you get access to the whole fucking back catalog. Anyways. So we haven't had a chance because we had TGD on, which we're going to get into, but we haven't had a chance to do announcements. And that means we also haven't had a chance to talk about our last Damascus hangout, which was, of course, Cowboys versus Indigenous Peoples. Now...
Or Cowboys versus...
For the white pieces of shit, it is, of course, Cowboys versus... Which we don't say here, of course, on the program, because we're inclusive. That's a joke, by the way. If you're, Native American or whatever. It doesn't matter. Are you cool? Then we're cool. I don't care what you look like, or if you like dicks in your mouth or not. Doesn't matter. We've been over this. Anyways.
We love the gays.
We do love the gays, of course, and we eat ass. Cowboys versus Indigenous Peoples was an experience. It was an experience. It was a bit of a mixed bag, I would say. What were your thoughts on the evening? So Cowboys versus Indigenous Peoples, real quick, was Warzone Customs. One squad was the Cowboy squad. They had to use a 725, a Mark II, or a Magnum, and a specific set of perks. And then Indigenous Peoples, crossbow, knife, different perks. And that was basically it. And then it was just Warzone. And if you kill the Cowboys, you can pick up their guns, blah, blah, blah. That was roughly what it was. There were other rules, which were somehow hard to follow. I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, what were your thoughts on the experience? How did you enjoy it? Just give me your take.
It was It was okay. I mean, it was a test for sure. So in my opinion, being the Cowboys was a lot of fun, and being the indigenous people was not so much fun. I think just in general, early round was like boring. I mean, there's like, you had to just use your fist for a long time, essentially. There are honestly too many rules that it made it confusing. So most of the people weren't following them. Okay. Well, I got killed. I got smacked in the face by a pistol when I dropped.
Yes. Did you
like
find
early
the rules
round,
confusing?
like 3 or 4 times?
Did you find the rules confusing?
I think the average person would think there's too much info. Yes.
Very.
I mean, nobody even read like how it had to be all of the certain perks you picked out and whatnot. So nobody was running the right perks. People were getting UAVs and popping UAVs. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's just when you have rule sets like that, it's hard to follow, especially when it's the first time, because everyone just fucks up. And it's like, even me, I'd be running and I'd see something on the ground. And I'd be like, oh, wait, can I pick this up? And I would have to think about it. I'm like, can I pick up this munitions box? I don't know. And then I have to think about it. I'm like, oh, wait, yes, this item I can pick up. So it's just too much to think about instead of just playing. I mean, it was a test for sure. So here's what I noticed. The casual players really enjoyed it and they thought it was fun. The sweats were all gone after the first game. I mean, Jake actually just disappeared, right? Jake was gone. Cope was gone. They were all just, I mean, the try-hard stacking pests, the rats, were fucking out. Yeah. That's kind of what I expected, though, because it's like you can't run around and just beam everyone. So they all probably dropped into Verdansk and, shit on kids. But I'm glad we tried it and we did something different. But I just don't think we can have customs like that with that in-depth of a rule set. Whether or not you think it's like too much, some people did for sure. Yeah. Whether they told us that or not. It's just too much to follow.
That was, yeah. So the rules were not confusing, but they were too much, clearly, because they weren't followed once, which I sort of expected. Yeah, for me, it's like I had fun the entire time, but I was also worried that other people were not having fun, which made me have less fun.
Really?
Because it was slow. Like, it would start slow, and it would get really fun toward the end. But I was like, the slowness didn't bother me, but I was thinking like, man, are all these people just bored? That bothered me, that it wasn't fun enough for other people.
I think that's kind of where I was at. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. And then like one of my teammates who I shall not name got like mad and they were like getting bored or something. And they were just being a fucking grouch. You know who you are, you rat. And he had a pistol still and somebody was pushing him and he just started shooting them with the pistol. And then he still got fucking smacked down. So it was pretty funny.
That sounds like regular ass for Damascus. Yeah.
It sounds like. Yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm glad the casuals enjoyed it. They didn't have to be, bunny hopped 360 car 98 from 400 meters away all evening like they usually do.
By 3 stacking pests, yeah.
By a few stacking pests who shall remain nameless, but you know who you are. We know who you are, you pieces of shit.
Yeah, you stacking pests.
You're fucking rats.
Yeah, we love you, but you're a stacking pest, of course.
But yeah, so I like testing different things out. Like for different customs, which we'll get into here with the next announcement, I think. But
we'll get into it like right now, basically. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. But I think just like the team captains will play better. I think it'll solve the issue everyone's having is the pests want to have fun with their friends. But it's like, so they're still going to get to choose their teammates when we pick teams this week, when we have captains and all that. And then the players who aren't as good won't have to deal with teams that are as stacked. So I think it'll work out for both people.
Yeah. Yeah. So for the Cowboys versus Indig, I wasn't sure exactly how it was going to go. That is not something we will be revisiting, though. And part of it, too, is because, like, everyone's drunk in these hangouts, which is fine. It's a Friday night. That's the point. We're just going to have fun, drink, whatever. But yeah, having a rule set that you can't enforce with the game rules, which is really unfortunate. I wish I could just put restrictions into the fucking
Oh my God. Customs would be so much fun.
Yeah. Because
It
then
would
we
be
could
amazing.
because then people would just be able to play. They wouldn't have to worry about the rules because the rules would be hard coded in. It would be impossible to break them. Unfortunately, that's not possible. So I don't see anything. I don't see this coming back unless we can mandate it through the game. And also, it kind of rules out other really silly ideas. So what I think I've learned from this is that the only thing that you can reliably make a rule for, besides team balance, obviously, is weapons. So like when we banned the DMR, no one used a DMR, and it was great.
Yeah.
And that was like really fun. So I think we could do things like that. I think we could again do, or like newly, we could try like snipers only. Like you can only use a sniper. And
But there's a lot
like
of people
the
that
whole-
want no snipers, actually.
And that is another thing we could do too. Yeah. I don't think we will, but we could.
We can do it.
We'll look into it. But there are other things. But something that in depth, I don't think that's going to come back. I enjoyed it, but you know, it is what it is. So it was an experiment worth running, I think. And there were some funny, cool, fun moments. Like I enjoyed the night, but yeah, it's just something that doesn't seem iterable, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. It was a good time. And that, yeah, on the topic of next Friday, which Tanner alluded to, we're going to start our team captains thing. I will be making another Google Doc, and I will list.
Oh boy. He's going to put entirely too much info in
No,
there and
I'm not.
confuse everyone.
I'm not. It's going to be very simple. It's going to be squad 1, Tanner. Every game.
I'm number 1. Let's go, baby.
Well, now you're squad 26, but every game,
Okay.
Tanner is in squad 26. That's the only rule Tanner has to follow. Squad 2, Jake down. In every game, Jake must be in squad 2. That's the only rule. And then I'm going to take, you know, many of the good players and just assign them to separate squads. And that's their only rule. Everyone else can join whatever fucking team they want. Tanner can have a different team every game as long as he's in squad 26. It's that simple. And we're going to see how that goes. This should be able to work around the stacking pests and hopefully be more fun. Again, this is going to be an experiment. I can't imagine that not everyone's going to enjoy this. I don't see how that's
where
possible.
I'm at too. That's where I'm at.
This seems like it's impossible for this to not be more fun generally. So
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tanner.
No, the other one I think that could be fun in the future is ground loot only. If we did that. So you can't get your loadout. You have to
Interesting.
choose your shit guns only from the ground. That could be fun. Possibly.
Possibly.
It'd also just be easier to follow than, you know, doing the Cowboys verse.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, anyway. We'll look into it for sure. But that's, yeah. So if you are, you know, in the Hangouts and you suspect you might be a team captain, you will be. I know who you are. Yes, I'm talking to you specifically, listener. You know who you are. You dumb bitch. So anyways, keep your eyes peeled for that. This one is easy to enforce, and I will be enforcing it. No problem. So, also, this is our next announcement that is written down, and how fortuitous that the topic of this announcement is in the chat. TGD, Young James, welcome. TGD is in the chat. I am deeply honored and privileged. Welcome back, dude.
deeply.
Went to sleep too early and is now awake too early. It's very early for you. It's like, what, 1 a.m. or some shit? Anyways, welcome. The next announcement was this. The TGD episode was absurd. The reception has been very, very high. Highly regarded, highly received. As we've talked about, the episode was submitted to the committee on a rush basis, and it was, in fact, awarded. It is, of course, an award-winning episode, a historic episode.
Well, we knew it was going to be award-winning. There was no doubt in our minds it was going to be award-winning,
That
right?
is, of course, true, yes. But we had very high expectations, and it exceeded all of them. The only thing that surprised me was how long Young James was willing to go with us. That was very gracious and kind. And that made for an excellent episode. And one common theme that I've been seeing regarding the feedback from this episode, a couple things. Number one, this was fucking awesome. Great episode, great content. That you know, that was a through line. That's to be expected. Another thing that was very cool to see, though, there were a number of comments that said, I can't believe this was 5 hours and I could have listened for another 5.
I know. There were a lot of people that said that.
Like 10 to 12 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, there were people fucking loved it, which is great.
Yeah, it was great. And Tanner and I were talking about this earlier today. I think one of the reasons James enjoyed it so much is that he doesn't usually have like the space, the platform to do something like that. You know, if he wanted to talk about the game like this, like we had for fucking 5 hours, if he went on his stream and did it, a lot of his viewers might not be into that sort of thing. But if he comes on, you know, a just chatting stream and talks about it, then people who listen to him who would be interested can just come listen, and it won't hurt his analytics or anything. And then people who won't, and that's fine. So that's my theory on that. But just really well received, and you know, we just wanted to, I don't know, mention it. I still just can't believe it went for fucking 5 hours. It was awesome. It was a good time. It was a really good time. Also, this is the reason I'm announcing this. Team EXE tweeted from their Twitter that they said something like, hey, would you want to see a collaboration? Tag which Team EXE members you would want to collab. And I was like, this is fantastic. So I commented some eyeball emojis, and then whoever runs the account was like, oh, it's almost like we listen to the podcast. Awesome. Fantastic. A number of the Team EXE boys reached out and said, you know, it was a good episode, so we appreciate that. And now here's where we get into cyberbullying and brigading. Get on Twitter, type @TeamEXE, make a collab. We want to see Warzone 4's content. If you want to mention 4 specific people, do that. That's fine. But pester them on Twitter, right? You're going to drive their engagement up. So it's not really pestering. They'll be happy it's happening. Okay. Tweet at them, please, and beg for the collab content, if only for my viewing pleasure. I need to see it. And I'm very glad that they were thinking about the collab, and now they're thinking about it more. Very pleased with that. So that would be great. Have you pestered them yet,
They'll be so
Tanner?
annoyed and pissed off they'll have to.
Yes.
No, but I'm gonna make one because I just said I want to see James play Battlefield actually, so I'm gonna make him play with one of those guys.
Oh, you want to see a Battlefield collab?
I think that would be interesting, right?
I think that would be cool for sure. For sure. I mainly want to see a Warzone collab, and mainly for the death comms. That would be very funny.
Oh my god,
I'd be so mad, dude. I'd be so fucking mad. Because no matter whose kill cam you watch, it would look like they're cheating.
Yeah, exactly.
So you'd be like, oh, it's like 4 cheaters or whatever.
Oh, fucking cheating team, fucking cheating squad over here. Yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
Oh, it would be so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah.
I'd really want to see it. I'd also want to see, because like some of those guys don't play Warzone very much. So it would be funny to see someone who's like a Warzone newbie, who's also really, really fucking good at just shooting their gun, and just see how they do. You know?
Yeah.
Like, what if they're against like some Recon Andes? How would that go? Recon Andes, they know the last circle. But Team EXE aims better, right? So how does that wash out? How does that shake up? It would be very interesting.
We'll fucking see, right?
Hopefully, we will see if all of you go on Twitter @TeamEXE. Here, I need the collab content. That's what we need from you. So that was the reason, of course, for the announcement. So anyways, I don't think Enders would let me play Battlefield. Enders is so funny, by the way, Tanner.
I told you.
Yeah, he's really great.
He gets so fucking mad, and I love it. Yeah. Because I think Battlefield is actually a way worse game than Call of Duty.
Really?
I mean, not than Cold War, but then like Warzone or something. Oh my god, he gets so mad, and I love it.
It is genuinely fucking funny. Yeah.
He basically complains like we do when we play, or like he basically complains like me when I play Cold War, or you when you play Modern Warfare multiplayer. Like just always mad at something, just always some bullshit killing him.
That
it's
is
hilarious.
What it seems like. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways.
Sorry, I was hitting my vape and muting my mic. Fuck you guys.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that too. Stacking pests annoy enders as well, of course, TGD. Well, no one likes a stacking pest. And yes, I am talking to you. You know who you are. You know who you are. Anyways, so yeah, do that. Yeah. We also, here's where we're getting into some new things on the horizon. So the big thing on the horizon was originally episode 101, 1 year anniversary. That went well. Exclamation point fund. And then the next big thing was, of course, the Young James interview. That went very well. Exclamation point YouTube. And now we have some new... did you think we were just going to rest on our laurels? Did you think we were just going to relax and stop and chill? Hey, bitch, you thought wrong. Okay? You thought wrong. We have big things in the works here. Now, we're not having another celebrity guest at the moment, anytime soon. Any celebrities listening, DM me, of course.
That's a good... But celebrity is a good word. It's a good way to phrase it.
It's a good word. It's an appropriate word for our partnered friend here. But the next thing on the horizon, a couple things. Number one, we soon plan to have another edition number 2 of our award-winning All About Warzone podcast episode pretty soon. I'm thinking this might be in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, so not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. This Saturday, we're going to dive into a little Q&A. Next Saturday, I'm thinking we're going to do another All About Warzone episode of the program. Many people seem to enjoy that the first time around, and it's about time we revisit that topic. And we'd have
It's like our most listened to episode. It's the original All About Warzone.
Yes, it's definitely up there. And so we're going to revisit that, and we have a lot more to say now. Number one, we have a lot more experience with Warzone now. And number two, a lot has changed, obviously, since then. And the Cold War integration is, I would say done, but
it's a disaster is what it is.
It's a fucking mess, but it's as done as it will be. So that, mark your fucking calendars, but that's not set in stone, but it's almost set in stone. So keep that in mind. And then also, we're going to be doing our State of the Game address coming soon as well. This is a State of the Game address that we have done, I think, once. And then we did our year in review. We're going to be having our first State of the Game address for Cold War / Warzone.
Hasn't it been done? Won't this be the third?
I don't think so.
Really?
We did 3 editions of one State of the Game address because we had a lot to cover.
Didn't we do a State of the Game like after Cold War came out? Didn't we do one at the beginning?
We did a Patreon abbreviated version. Yeah, we didn't do a full State of the Game address.
Okay.
So we'll be doing that soon-ish. But we have some plans. I think we want to get through Redacted first. Tanner and I, we're going to have a board meeting about this. But the State of the Game address also forthcoming. And then lastly, this I'm very, very excited for. And I'm not going to reveal it yet. I think this is going to be a surprise episode, maybe. Maybe it won't be, but for now it's going to be a surprise. We're going to be doing a brand new idea that is relatively community centric. Let's put it that way. We've done something similar recently that people enjoyed way more than we thought they would. So we've taken that under advisement, and now we're thinking, let's try this other thing, which is similar but not the same, and do an episode in that vein. Now you might be thinking, what the fuck are you talking about? Good. You'll see, right? You'll fucking see. But for those who are listening carefully, you might be able to get some clues here. But I am very, very, very excited for the episode idea, which is, of course, a brand new idea. What are your thoughts on this, Tanner? Because you didn't say much in the...
Oh, of course, I'm very excited for the episode. I think that's a really, really good idea. I mean, we came up with this idea like at least over a month ago.
Yeah, a long time. even
It's
before
probably longer than that, actually.
knew about it or heard about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, I think this will be a very good topic. I think everyone will really enjoy it. You're right. It'll get, I think the Discord community especially will like it.
Yeah.
It'll be a good time.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of useful info in there for sure.
Someone suggested maybe this be recurring. What were your thoughts on that?
Depends how it goes.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
It depends how it goes.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm very excited for that one as too. I'm excited for all of these things, but I'm most excited for that one just because it's new.
Yeah.
And I think you guys are gonna like it a lot. So
it'd be a fucking banger for sure.
It'll be a bango for sure. Yeah. So anyways. I think that is just about it.
Cool.
So last announcement here, real quick, and I know these are long, I'm sorry, but we're almost done. P.O. box openings. I got some shit sent to the P.O. box. I'm going to open these relatively quickly. We might start doing these only on Saturdays, but for now, we'll just do these, I guess. So, Tanner, what did you get in your P.O. box? Why don't you go ahead and start?
Okay. You said shit. Well, here's the thing. Our P.O. box is the same. You just went and grabbed the shit, so.
Okay, keep that energy. All right. So we got some shit in the P.O. box, and by me, I mean fucking me. So,
okay. Why do you guys like him better? He's shit. He doesn't like you.
No one likes me better. So, oh, not Pox box, P.O.
Pox box. You fucking.
Here we go. All right. So yeah, we have a P.O. box. We've been telling people to send us shit now, and we've been sent a couple items. And by we, of course, I mean I've been sent some items.
Okay.
Now Tanner got a sippy cup. So let's see if any of these gifts surpass the caliber of gift that is a sippy cup or item received. So the first thing I've already opened because it came in a box that said like refrigerate me. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I have to open this now.
Well, no, you could have just refrigerated it, right? And opened it today, but you're fucking dumb.
I'm not putting a cardboard box in my fucking freezer. It was too big, not doing it. So I said, okay.
Okay.
Or fridge, whatever.
What is it, a fucking whole pig or something?
So it was a fucking tin of cookies, and they are fucking good cookies. Great cookies, I would say. They're from this brand called Milk, I guess. I had never heard of it, but I went on their website and, perused. And more importantly, of course...
Don't use that word. I don't like that word, peruse. Let's not use that.
So anyway, bunch of cookies in here. Tanner, here. So there were 4 types of cookies, okay?
Okay, so hold on. Before you go any further, why the fuck haven't I gotten any cookies?
Excellent question. Excellent question. Maybe because I went to the P.O. box and got them. So we had, we got whatever. We got
Let the record show, if I went and got the cookies, I would have brought him half of them. So we'll keep that in mind, everybody. He's such shit.
That's fake news. That is fake news.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm gonna eat all of the cookies. I'm pretty close to done already, by the way. There were 12. I opened them this afternoon. I'm kidding. But anyway, there were four flavors of cookies. One thing I wanted to explore. This cookie is called a compost cookie. Okay? What do you think of when you hear compost cookie?
Dirt.
Dirt?
Absolute
trash,
dirt.
Rubbish? That's exactly what I thought of. Because all the other ones are like fucking chocolate chip, whatever, confetti. These track. I get it. And then I saw a compost cookie. I was like, what the fuck is this, dude? So then I ate it and I was like, oh, it's actually the best cookie in here. It's also known as a kitchen.
Really?
It's also known as a kitchen sink cookie.
Again, I of course wouldn't know. I haven't had one.
You're not going to either, bitch.
Okay.
It's fucking fantastic. So all the cookies are very good. Compost cookie name creeped me out, but it's delicious. It's just like a bunch of just random shit in a cookie, basically. But it's really bomb. By the way, for anyone else who wants to send us treats, of course, do that. I have a severe nut allergy. Do not send me anything with fucking tree nuts. Almonds, pistachios.
Wait, do you really?
Cashews. It's not that severe.
No, you
I'll
don't.
throw up, but I do have an allergy. Yeah.
No, you don't.
Pretty strong one. I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna go into anaphylactic shock or anything, but I will throw up. Yes.
So you have a peanut allergy.
No,
So, but you
no,
order
not peanuts. Not peanuts. Peanuts are
Oh, okay.
legumes.
Okay. So
tree
when you order food constantly on DoorDash, do you have to like mark that down anywhere, or it just doesn't matter that much?
What kind of dinner do you eat that has fucking almonds in it, Tanner?
I don't know. You never know. Sometimes there's weird things in foods. Okay.
I know. I don't order.
I mean,
pizza
just like
with
there's
cashews
peanuts
on
in
it.
food, you wouldn't. Well, I don't know.
So-
You're a fucking moron, so you may.
I'll keep that in mind. So, anyways, yeah. So whatever. If you send shit with nuts, if I bite into it, I'll know immediately, and then I'll die, and then I'll say it was
Good.
your fault.
So
and
send
the
him
program will end.
send him just a big bag of cashews.
Okay. Anyways, so they were very good. So they were from Princess Leia. Thank you, Princess Leia. I appreciate it. They were very, very delicious. Sorry I didn't open it live, but I thought they were gonna melt or something, but they were cookies. So fuck milk and their dog shit branding. But the cookies are absolutely excellent. And shout out to Milk Cookies. Pretty good. I had never heard of them. Have you ever heard of this place, Tanner?
No, I wouldn't know. I also didn't get to try any, so I wouldn't know what they taste like.
They were addressed specifically to Razanon, so
Okay. Well,
Suck my
maybe
dick.
change. Oh, also, let's make the formal announcement now. Nobody ever DM Raz to tell him you sent a package. He doesn't read his DMs.
That's fake
If
news.
you
I
want
just
us to
read them
check
late.
Okay, I've literally had 2 people send me DMs in the last week saying, "Hey, I sent you guys something. I messaged Raz. He didn't respond." So don't ever fucking DM him again saying you sent something to the PO box. Just tell me.
Oh shit, I gotta change that. My emoji's like still in the camera. That's funny.
Yeah, what is with that? What the heck? Milk cookies, huh? I'm getting some of those, some Cookie Crave cookies delivered on Saturday. I could have, of course, got some delivered for you for the episode, but you're utter shit and didn't give me any of the milk cookies. So why would I?
Okay, well, I bet
Fucking
whatever
moron.
dumb shit cookies you got are not as good as these. You wouldn't know
Okay.
that, of course. 'Cause
Well,
you
they're
haven't and will not
$5
try them,
each.
so.
They're $5 each and fresh baked, and they arrive warm. So they're pretty good.
Okay, well, these ones are fantastic. So anyway, Princess, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Very good. She's telling me to share with you, so I'll consider doing that for sure. And we'll keep you posted. But thank you, Princess. All right, next one. Sorry, guys, we're still in the announcements. I know.
Jesus.
Okay, the next ones didn't say to refrigerate, so I'm opening them live. Oh, also, if you send us shit in the P.O. box, if it's for one or the other person, address it that way.
Yeah.
So say this is for Tanner and then or for me, Casey, Razanon, whatever. Because if I grab Tanner's package, it's mine now. So address
Because he
it.
doesn't leave his house, so he's not going to go drop
That
it
is of
back
course
off or anything.
of course true. So please do that. But you guys have done that, so thank you. This one is to Casey, as you can see here.
They spell Casey.
They spelled it correctly because they're not
Damn.
dipshits like you. So anyways, let's see what we have here.
Where's it from?
I don't know. We're going to find out. I'm opening it live. I'm not using a knife this time in case there's more fucking lube in this one. So we'll see what happens. Smells interesting. Okay. Well,
It's a candle.
maybe it's fucking anthrax. So we have a little note
I
here.
hope so. I'm glad you opened this one. Let's go, baby.
Okay. Well, this is... Okay, so I know what this is now because of that. Fly this high and proud on your parents'
Oh,
house
boy.
that you live rent-free and smiley
Oh,
face.
God.
It's True King from CoD, aka It's True King.
Okay.
Shout out to It's True King, friend of the program. Well, what do you have any guesses to what this might be, Tanner?
A gay pride, a rainbow flag.
That's a guess, but you couldn't be more wrong, actually.
Really?
It is the opposite of that. Yes.
A Trump flag.
It is a flag of the Third Reich. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it's a Trump flag apparently. Let's see what it looks like here.
Jesus Christ.
This is an adult-sized fucking flag, by the way. Look at this shit.
You actually got a Trump flag.
You
Oh,
guys see
God.
it? Hold on. I have to fucking pan out, dude.
Why don't you go put it on Michael's dad's house at night?
He would love it. So it says
Oh,
Trump
my God. Of course he
2020
would.
4, and it says "fuck your feelings" on it.
Oh my fucking god! We're the PO box is officially closed. I mean, it's been canceled. Oh boy!
That is definitely a flag for sure. So.
And it's also definitely not going on your house because you'd rather not have your house firebombed.
I do live in Southern California, Cody, so just keep that in mind. But anyways, brother, I appreciate it, Cody. Thank you for the
Jesus Christ.
Thank you for the flag, brother. I appreciate that. All right, last one. I have to use a knife for this one. Look at these announcements, dude. Look at these announcements. All right, here we go. All right, let me not cut the items inside.
1 hour of announcements. Jesus Christ. I guess we're just not fucking gaming
we had
tonight,
a lot of announcements because we had TGD, aka Young James, on the program last time. So just fucking relax, okay?
Okay, well that was 3 minutes of the hour, so.
Oh my, I'm so sure. Okay, well, let's see what the note says here. Let's see what the note says here. Okay. All right, well, this is from, here's the note. Ready? Clean your fucking chair, you rat, from Zeocam. That's it. That's all the note says. And of course, the package is some fabric cleaner. So
let's go.
So we have some fabric cleaner here.
Well, you should use that live on stream right now and test it out.
Force field fabric cleaner.
What is it?
It's
Focus, you
cleaner.
shit camera. Focus, you shit camera. There we go.
Wait, hold on.
Force field. Interesting. Yeah,
looks
test it
like
out right now. Spray it on.
Brand fabric cleaner.
Spray it on. It's Amazon's brand. Spray it on. Let's try it.
All right, I'll try it out.
I mean, force field fabric cleaner. We are looking for sponsors.
We are, of course, looking for sponsors. We do sweat a lot on this program, and we could use some. So I spray it on the chair, and then what? Do I like towel it down or something?
Read the directions. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I've never cleaned in my life, clearly. So
yeah.
Remove. It says to blot it. So whatever. Let's figure it out. Zeocam, thanks for the cleaning supplies, you dumb piece of shit. I appreciate it. No, but for real, everyone, thank you guys. These were amusing gifts and delicious ones. Princess Leia's gift, of course, was the best one because it's delicious. Trump flag, pretty good too. I'm gonna have to think of a use for that thing for sure. But fabric cleaner.
We can lay it on your chair so you don't sweat all over it.
I'll consider using it. So, anyways, this is going to be a whole thing to open, and these announcements have been long enough, so I'll clean it next time. Thanks.
I mean, I need a pee now, and we're just now finishing the announcements.
Well, go pee, because the jingle's 45 minutes long. So.
That's true.
If you were listening for the jingle, here the fuck it is. All right. So, now that those are out of the way, thank you everyone very much. Also, Cope Cowboy with the fucking 5 gifted subs 20 minutes ago. Let's go, dude. Cope, thank you, young man. I appreciate you, dude. I appreciate running with you. And, you know, some other... And for your support, dude. 5 gifted subs is a lot. Copey boy, thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. I'm honored, humbled, and privileged. Sorry it took me 22 minutes. But Cope, for real, thank you, brother. I appreciate that a lot. It's a lot of scratch. And now, let's get into the episode. So, first up, playlist updates. Not much to talk about here. We got Plunder Quads, Rebirth Island, Resurgence Trios, K, and also Verdansk BR Armored Royale. Not anymore. Raven Software tweeted the same day, in fact, I think. Armored Royale has been removed from the Warzone playlist while we investigate an issue allowing players to turn invisible. That sounds about right. Now,
Yeah.
to be clear, fuck Warzone Armored Royale anyways, so I don't really care. But it is funny that it made people invisible and they took it out. But to Raven's credit, they took it out pretty quickly instead of letting people just be invisible for the whole fucking playlist. Pretty odd, right? Pretty odd. So shout out to Raven there. Sorry. Okay. And that's it for playlist updates. Next is patch notes. A lot more to talk about here. First of all, before we get into this, Express, the map, got added, which we talked about last week. It's a map. It's fine, I guess. Let me read what I wrote. I shouldn't have been surprised by this, but snipers are just so disgusting on that map. Makes it pretty cancer unless you're sniping yourself. A lot of long sight lines.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're playing above the train tracks, those little fucking, I don't know. It's not a hallway. There must be a name for this. That suspended hallway that's above the train tracks. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There has to be a name for that. What is that called?
Hallway.
It's not a hallway. It's like its own little thing. It goes above the train tracks. You know? Anyways, whatever. You can stand in those and just fucking rip kids with your aim assist, flinch resistant sniper rifle. So unless you're sniping, the map is actually not fun. So Cold War kind of ruined this map. I think that's a reason Raid is not great for me either, because there are a lot of long sightlines too. Raid isn't as bad as Express, in my opinion, but Express
I think Raid is fine, to be honest. I don't get sniped too often.
If you like play mid, you'll be fine, but if you want to go down either other lane, you're kind of fucked if someone's demonic. Although if you go to the, I don't know what side it would be, but there's a lot of cover, I guess. Whatever. Anyways, have you seen, I know you haven't played Express, but have you seen gameplay of it in Cold War, Tanner?
I haven't actually, no.
Interesting. Okay. Well, good talk.
Yeah, well, make a better game, right, Treyarch?
Yeah, amen. So, anyways, yeah. All of this is to say, Express is fine, but
It's a
not
map.
great. It's a map. Yeah, it's a map. It makes me curious how, like, Standoff would play. Because there's some decent sightlines on Standoff, too. And those might also just be ruined by how good snipers are in Cold War.
I wonder, that makes me think, I wonder if even, like,
Firing range?
Slums would be ruined.
Oh.
I wonder if all the maps would be ruined.
I don't think
Jungle would
Slums
probably play awful in this
Jungle
game.
would, yeah. Jungle is chalked, as the kids
That's
say.
super unfortunate.
Jungle's chalked. I think Slums would be fine though. There's not the sightlines aren't that long on Slums, in my view. But anyways,
Yeah.
whatever. Express got added. Just wanted to give you my thoughts there. It's fine. I don't know. I don't feel strongly about it either way though. Moving on, we got a lot of patch notes. 3 days of patch notes, in fact, since our last episode. We're not going to go through all the patch notes as always, but I've cherry picked some important items that are worthy of conversation, discussion. So February 5th, again, movement changes, zombies, and more. Only thing I want to talk about here, quote, added a small speed penalty and jump height penalty after landing from a jump. So the bunny hop got nerfed, basically. We will continue to monitor this change in the live environment and make further tuning changes as needed. Now, many people were mauling about this. Here's the interesting part. February 6th, the next day, okay, the next day, patch note, quote, slightly reduced the penalties we applied yesterday to speed and jump height when landing from a jump. Imagine Infinity Ward listening to and addressing community feedback inside of 24 hours. Ever. Imagine them ever doing it. I can't. It is
That's true.
It is inconceivable.
This whole thing,
Yeah, go ahead.
this whole thing just makes me mad. I mean, why would they try to nerf bunny hop? Like, aim assist and all this other shit is already ruined in the game. You can't outplay people as it is. And then it's like they try to nerf that even harder. Like, what are they actually trying? They just want every single person in the lobby to be the exact same skill level. and nobody have an advantage over the other person if they've played the game longer or just smarter. I just don't understand it.
I agree.
Like, was it actually, so now that it's reverted or slightly reduced, is it still like noticeable compared to what it was, or is it not a big deal?
I don't find it super noticeable, to be honest, but I've been playing more Warzone than Cold War lately, so it would be hard for me to gauge. If I was playing Cold War daily, I think I would notice it more. But the state of it now is that there is the penalty still. It's just less than the February 5th patch.
Yeah.
So I think it's cool that Raven lessened the penalty in a day because they actually listened to... Oh, yeah, Treyarch, excuse me. Because they actually listened to feedback. But also, why do it in the first place? Really pisses me off. Just like you said, it's one of these mechanics that narrows the skill gap, even less outplay potential to snipers now, because I can't B-hop them.
Yep.
Like, pretty shit change. So credit to them for, you know, again, listening to that feedback in a day, but also, why even add the penalty in the first place?
Also, yeah, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. So, mixed bag, but go ahead.
So we're now 4 months into the game. 3 months? 4 months? 3 months. We're 3 months into Cold War, yeah.
3 or 4, I don't know. Figure it out.
Yeah.
3 months.
3 months into the game. We have 80 attachments for each weapon, and we still can't save blueprints. But they're doing shit like nerfing the jumping, which who has ever complained about that?
True.
Out of all the complaints about Cold, this is what I don't understand about development teams. Is where do they come up with these ideas to nerf something like movement? Because I'd never heard a single person complain about it. The only thing I saw complaints of was the sliding mechanic in the beta of Cold War. And what did they do? They changed the sliding mechanic before the game released, and it was different, and people were happier with it. So it's like, why are they making changes like that now, and why is that even necessary? Again, it's just one of those things that seems like it's a waste of development resources, their time, when there are plenty of other things in the game that need to be fixed. Believe me, plenty of other things, Treyarch.
Yes.
I mean, you have a mess of a game right now. So why are you wasting your time on this?
Yes, true. Also, you know, this reminds me of when they buffed the M91 and MDub, and no one cared. No one asked for it, and when it changed, no one used it still. And it's one of those things where it's like, it's so weird and out of left field that it makes me think this is like more Activision than Treyarch or Infinity Ward, respectively. It's like some edict from the publisher, like, hey, let's lower the skill gap. We need to sell more microtransactions. Now, that sounds sort of conspiratorial, but with how shady and dogshit Activision has been and has been shown to be, I'm now forced into this line of thinking. You've left me no choice, right?
Or it's just like Fundy Bop was playing his 12th game since the game was released. You know, he's ranked 39, and he was getting mad because people were outplaying him by jumping around corners, gunning him down. So then the next day on their morning Zoom call, he said, this is fucking bullshit. We need to nerf the movement. And so that's what they did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just doesn't make any sense.
I agree. Very weird.
But, I mean, I guess on the positive side of it, I didn't see too many people complain about the movement after it was reverted. I saw a bunch of the CDL pros talking about it. Then the change was kind of adjusted the next day, and since then I haven't seen any complaints, so maybe it's not that noticeable from what it was before. Yeah. Ideally.
I feel like it's not that noticeable anymore. But still, like you said, it's more the principle of the thing. Like, why change this? It doesn't... Yeah. It's very weird. Very weird. So, anyways, that's that. So, on February 10th, there was also a patch for Cold War. Just some league play and zombies fixes. Nothing worth talking about. But there was a patch. So, also, coveted league play has been added to Cold War. I have not played it, nor has Tanner. I haven't seen anyone playing it, but I haven't really been looking for that kind of content. But I did notice a surprising number of our Discord members have been playing League Play, trying League Play. Delusional Tucker has been, friend of the pod, has been looking for a squad to run League Play with.
Oh, send the Trump flag to Tucker.
I could do that.
He would want it.
That's perhaps true. But League Play is officially added. Have you seen any buzz around League Play? Have you been seeing people in our Discord talking about League Play? What are your initial impressions?
I've seen negative buzz regarding League Play. Again,
Negative
mostly
buzz,
by CDL players. I'm trying to find the tweet. I know Ace has been complaining about it. People have asked JGod, are you going to play it? And even JGod just straight up said, no, like the ranking system is horrible. Like, I'm not going to waste my time playing that, blah, blah. So it sounds like what it comes down to mostly is people aren't happy with the way the ranking system is set up, which I think we'll get into here in a minute. But I haven't seen a lot of positive feedback on this. I also saw people saying that that the League Play lobbies were easier than public matches.
No way.
Which is funny. Which is like what I said, that I don't think League Play was going to have any effect on skill-based matchmaking. It wasn't, SBMM wasn't suddenly going to just disappear. And, you know, just because League Play came out, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's just...
Yeah, of course.
Like,
of course.
Like, no, people genuinely thought, though, that was going to fix, like, the SBMM issue.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
It's crazy. Yeah. That's of course worth mentioning. As we told you guys, SBMM was not going to change at all, and it hasn't. I haven't seen anything about this. There were a lot of tweets, there's a lot of intel on like how the ranking system works. I've written these things down, but honestly, I'm still kind of shaky on how it works. And also, it seems like it's going to get changed, so I'm not even sure it's worth covering. Because Vundybop tweeted, hey, we've seen... And we're going to get into this a little more, but maybe we won't. Maybe I'll just cover it now. He said, we've seen your guys' overwhelmingly negative reception on why this ranking system is bad and how you want to go back to the World War II system. And we're like looking into it or whatever. If Vundy is tweeting this, it's going to get changed. The ranking system for League Play will be changed. And it's going to go from this Hearthstone style ranked system where like if you win, you get a gem, and if you lose a gem, to an ELO system, which is going to take into account how well you did, heavily favor wins versus losses, etc. Which is of course a better system. So I would.
Well, I don't see why there
that
would be any other
change.
system besides that. Like I played CS:GO, their competitive mode for a while, and their ranking system was fine. I don't think anyone had an issue with it. Like you had to do very good to rank up, and it felt worth it because you saw that rank next to your name. And like you would have a bad day or like you would have a bad game and you'd be fucking pissed. But it seems like it doesn't matter how good you do. Actually, one of the CDL pros tweeted out earlier. He was saying he did he was testing out League Play rankings, right? I wonder if I favorited the tweet. I think I did.
I saw this too. Yeah.
But it was basically like okay, here we go. So Marksman tweeted it. I just got ranked on my alt account using a knife only and losing every game, and I was put into Masters Division. Meanwhile, my main, I was dropping 40 to 60 kills a game, 3 to 5 wins, and it's ranked elite. How the fuck does this League Play system work? So that's the biggest complaint I've seen. It's all about just the ranking system in general.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And how, I mean, it just sounds entirely random. Like a bunch of the CDL pros were being like ranked in like the very bottom one after their placement matches. It's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah. Well, unsurprisingly, another rushed shit product.
Well, this is what everyone wanted. They wanted fucking League Play. Go play it and enjoy it, right? I told you it was going to be shit.
And
go
of course,
play it.
No one plays it. Yeah.
And that's how it'll be fucking dead soon.
So again, we're not going to really cover how the ranking works. I very strongly expect it to change anyways. And if you've played League Play or you're interested in this, you probably know better than we do how it works anyways. So a couple things for those of you maybe considering doing it. It supports custom classes, camo customization, weapon blueprints, all that shit. But there are some restrictions. It also lets players pick from one of the CDL preset classes or make your own. And interestingly, this is weird to me. League Play's rules are more flexible than the CDL rules. And one of those examples of that is that you can use score streaks in this League Play playlist, and you can't use them in the CDL. Now, I don't understand why the rules wouldn't be literally exactly the same.
Exactly.
Why would they do
sense.
this? Like, I actually don't even have theories. Like, if you're trying to cater to casuals aren't going to play League Play anyway. So why not just make it mirror exactly the CDL rule set?
Yeah, the only kids that are playing the only kids that are playing League Play, well, I would say probably 95% plus follow CDL, like a lot probably. Like they're deep into CDL. These are the kids playing League Play. So why not give them what they want and give them the exact copy paste of the CDL League Play?
Yeah. Yeah, it's very weird. It's very weird.
Yeah. They're just, again, it comes back to these dev teams just being so out of touch, and I don't understand it. Like, who are you trying to get? Like, you just said it perfectly. It's not casuals playing League Play. Probably not. I don't know.
There's no way. Yeah.
So it's like, why are you catering to the wrong player? Like, you're doing it all wrong. I don't get it.
They love catering to the wrong fucking people in this shit game. So another thing too, another problem with it that I'm seeing from chat. So first of all, Juan, we said at the outset we would never play League Play. So if you knew that we weren't going to play League Play, it's because we told you we weren't going to play League Play. I don't know why this is surprising to you, nor will we play it.
No.
We are not going to be playing League Play ever in Cold War, period. First of all. Secondly, as King Thanatos says, played one game of League Play, campers, unsurprising, and half my team left, boring. That's another thing I've seen a lot on Twitter too, is like people just leave all the time. And then as Juan said, there's apparently no penalty for leaving, and you don't get backfilled. So like I'm seeing all kinds of screenshots on Twitter, like of like, you know, some dude who lost because it's like 3v5. He's like, what was I supposed to do here? And then you just get fucked. It's just like so weird. And so just poorly implemented, which is unsurprising, like completely unsurprising.
Yeah.
And so, you know, if you thought the Sweats were going to go to League Play, think again. The Sweats are playing pubs, reverse boosting, trying to get TikTok clips and become the next Jordy 2K. That's the reality of Sweats. They're not fucking grinding ranks in League Play. They're just not. They're just not. So keep those things in mind. Okay, here we go. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like a seasonal thing too, by the way. They're called events. So for like a couple weeks, I think, you like climb a ladder. At the end of the event, you get your rank. It's kind of like SWTOR was.
Oh, so that's why SWTOR's dead. Got it.
SWTOR's dead for a lot of reasons. Also, interestingly, this is kind of cool. The new Black Ops Cold War update added every prestige emblem from all previous Call of Duty games since COD 4.
Yeah, that's really cool.
To the prestige shop. So you can see here every single emblem now. So you can use the COD 4 like Prestige Master. Remember the prestige keys that we talked about? Use one of those, buy an old emblem, run it. And you can do that. Tanner, what is going to be your emblem, your custom emblem? Is it going to be from COD 4, I would assume?
No, because I don't know any of the COD 4 emblems. COD 4 on PC didn't have prestige. I mean, it was actually like an entirely different game. Like I forgot that COD 4 even had prestige. I forget that often because it just didn't on PC. It was just a way different game. It wasn't just like a fucking straight port like they do now. It They're just entirely different. So I don't know. Hey, I'm not one of those people that's going to go through and be like, oh, I'm going to pick the highest prestige from like this game. Hey, I'm going to unlock the one that looks the best and use that one, right?
Yeah. I did, mine is like a Black Ops 4 prestige, like 7 or some shit.
Black Ops 4 had a lot of good ones, actually, surprisingly.
Treyarch does a couple things right, and one of them is their artwork is just better than Infinity Ward's. Their emblems are better. Their calling cards are better. Their medals are better. They're just better. So yeah, BO4 had great art. But anyways, moving on. That got added. And now on to Warzone. So Warzone, February 5th, there was also a patch update. Again, a lot of things, but we're only going to go over a couple. Number one, the stim glitch was fixed. This is real and true information. The stim glitch is actually fixed.
For now.
For now is the important point here, and the point that bears repeating. Stim glitch will be back. It's only a matter of time. That was the 5th or 6th time, the last iteration of the stim glitch, and it will come back. When? Who knows? Probably the next patch. Certainly the next season update. So the stim glitch was fixed. Cold War reloads are now working better. So if you empty your clip in Cold War and you reload, it's faster now for pretty much every gun. Yeah. This is good, actually. And it makes like a Mac 10 better, because when you empty the clip, you reload it like 300 milliseconds faster, like quite a bit faster. So that's really good too. Doesn't work for stopping power though, because stopping power incurs like sleight of hand from MDub. They didn't code that asset in, so it still takes forever. So loading stopping power is still going to take forever. But if you just empty a Cold War clip, it'll reload faster in Warzone now. So that's cool. And now on to hidden updates, which are of course both fun and exciting. Of course there are. Welcome to fucking Call of Duty. So these hidden updates were covered by the 3 fucking gurus of testing. Now, you might think those would be 3 employees of Activision or a development studio. That would be the... Right, exactly. That would be the logical thing to think, right? But wrong. They don't test their game. So instead, 3 vigilantes on the internet do the testing for them. These people are JGod, True Game Data, a new player in this scene. Shout out to True Game Data, the other TGD. And the exclusive ace. Tried and true, friend of the program. Now, again, they all covered this. I could have used any one of them as a resource, but I clicked the exclusive ace video first. So I will have that one linked in the show notes. He references JGod and True Game Data in his findings, and they all came to the same conclusions. So first of all, the tactical rifle barrels were changed. All 4 of them. These are Cold War guns, and this is specific to Warzone. The DMR and the Type 63 titanium barrel used to be the go-to barrel because it would improve your fire rate and your bullet velocity.
By a lot. It was busted.
Yes. And according to this graph here, the fire rate still works, but the bullet velocity does not. So we have the DMR on the left side here, and then the left of this left panel is pre-patch and then post-patch. You'll notice titanium used to give you plus 60% bullet velocity. Now it's 0. Same thing for the Type 63. Used to be plus 60 and it's now 0. Therefore, if you're using the Type 63 or the DMR, it's been nerfed a lot. And also the Cavalry Lancer is probably the correct barrel to use on these for Warzone, because these ones now give the most velocity.
Yeah, 45%.
Yeah. But most people aren't using those. A lot of more people are using the AUG and the M16. These were also nerfed. And it was the titanium barrel that was also nerfed on these. So again, we have here the AUG on the left, the M16 on the right. Titanium used to give 100% velocity buff on the AUG. That is now gone. It's 0%. And M16 likewise from 75% to 0%. So what that means now is that the Strike Team barrel is the go-to barrel for a Cold War Warzone barrel on the AUG or the M16. So change your loadouts if you hadn't heard that already. but the titanium barrel is shit now. Stop using it. Use the strike team for the AUG and M16 and the cavalry lancer for the DMR and the Type 63. Had you heard about these things, and what are your thoughts, TDS?
Yes. I mean, I'm glad they're starting to work on some of these attachments. Obviously, they have a very long way to go. It's just, look at how slow they're, let's say, fixing these attachments. Genuinely, will they ever have all of the Cold War weapons fixed? I don't think they will. I think most of the Cold War weapons, their attachments will still be completely broken months from now. Because they've done almost nothing. I mean, maybe they've done a bunch and they just haven't put it out to a live patch yet. Maybe it's all in internal testing and they have like large groups of weapons done, like all the assault rifles done. But I kind of doubt it. Because I would just want them like one weapon patch and it's sent out immediately, essentially. So, I mean, cool. I'm glad they're starting to work on these, but they are a fucking mess. And I mean, the grips, the rear grips don't work.
None of them.
These barrels are all screwed up. The stocks are screwed up. The reload speed on different magazines is messed up. It's just all, it's embarrassing how bad this whole seamless transition has been.
Actually.
So I'm glad these have been changed. Now, did they ever even say anything about this? Or, oh no, this was the hidden update because we're in hidden updates. Yeah. So again, it's like they fuck something up in the transition. Then they don't tell us they bother even fixing it or changing anything. It's so weird to me.
What about the casual Call of Duty fan who doesn't listen to a podcast about the game, who doesn't go on YouTube and look up class setup guides, who has the audacity to actually trust what the fucking game itself tells them? And when they look at a serpent wrap on an AK-47 from Cold War, they think, oh, this will improve my aim down sight speed. How many people are just running serpent wrap and have been for fucking weeks now, and it's just doing nothing for them? Because they haven't told us officially ever. No Twitter account from any developer, no patch note, no blog post has ever mentioned that most of the attachments are on our Cold War guns, by the way, guys, do not do what they say. In fact, 90% of them, literally 90% of them, don't do what they say, or don't do anything, or do the opposite. Like, so how many casual Call of Duty players are just getting fucked by this?
I agree. I mean, they would actually be better off just going to those attachments and removing where it says like plus aim down sight speed. Maybe just remove that and just have the attachment and have it say nothing in the notes next to it.
Actually.
At least you're not lying to people and just giving them false information. It's just crazy. It's been going on for this long already, and there's just been nothing has been fixed. They haven't acknowledged it. It's so embarrassing.
It's fucking outrageous, dude.
Yeah.
Even me, dude. Okay. I host a podcast about fucking Call of Duty, right? I also don't have a fucking job. Okay. So all I do is, this is my whole world. I still have to like tab out of my game if I want to use a Cold War gun, and I have to go to 2 or 3 different websites to put 5 attachments on a gun for Warzone.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember them. Because it's just a hellscape that's always changing. This got nerfed, this got buffed. Like, it's just a fucking nightmare. So imagine just some average Joe, some dude who works a 9 to 5. He's a tradesman, great guy, family man, enjoys softball with his daughters on the weekends. He just wants to come home and play Warzone. He's not going to go to J God's literal Excel spreadsheet and compare fucking barrels on an M91. Like, it's just not happening. It's just not happening.
Now he's going to call J God a nerd, but then he's going to go set up this gun that's going to be the worst possible loadout ever. Just because he's listening to what Activision and Raven have told him.
Exactly.
What that weapon is supposed to do.
Exactly. And it's just so outrageous, dude. It's offensive to me that people said this would be a seamless transition, by the way. Can we just revisit this, guys? For all of you absolute reprobates listening to this who said the integration was going to be a seamless transition, I mean, I almost really think you should be shot. In game, of course. Like, I almost really think that. I don't of course, but also you're so dumb. I told you. I tried to tell you. Tanner tried to tell you for fucking months, dude.
Yeah, you guys just said we were being negative about it. No, you're just fucking dumb.
No, you know what we got? We're overthinking it.
We should actually go back.
That's what we got.
We should actually go back on Discord now and search the seamless transition to find all the people that it said, like, you guys are like overthinking this. It's not that complicated. And just quote them months later and say, fuck you. You are wrong.
I came very close to doing that when the integration happened, and it was a fucking dumpster fire.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's too extra. That's too extra. I'm of course like a monk. I have perfect control of my emotions, so I didn't do that. But I came very close. Wow. But if you're a seamless transitioner, repent. I expect DMs apologizing profusely.
Yeah.
In my inbox.
We expect alcohol in our PO box as well. You can apologize that way.
That is also, of course, true. Yeah. Do that, dude. Send us a bottle of nice whiskey and have a note that says, "I was a seamless transitioner. I'm sorry. Accept this token of my repentance." That's what we would. That would be. Yeah. We would be even.
We would. We would forgive you.
Yeah.
I mean, we would never really forgive you, but we would. We would let it slide.
Yeah, with some skeptical eyes and a sideways glance, we would forgive you. So, anyways, that's that. So, whatever. Those are changes to the barrels for the tac rifles. Also, last little patch note here. The CDL 2021 team skins and camos are now available in Cold War and in Warzone. And these are just like we predicted, unsurprising here. They look like the operator packs that were added to the game a while ago. The operators are like a cool kid with a backwards hat on and a headset and G Fuel on his hip. But instead of just being black and white, these ones also have team colors and team branding for the different CDL teams. So we can see on the screen here, we've got all the teams and their little... whatever outfits. What are your thoughts on these, Tanner? They look good to you, or
they're
what?
Pretty cool looking, to be honest. I'm gonna say FaZe looks dope. LA Thieves looks pretty dope.
LA Thieves looks really good. I like
LA
purple,
Thieves.
Though.
LA Thieves just has the best logo. Just that little LA logo in general looks the best by far. I actually thought about buying that one, but I don't know. I think you'll make fun of me if I do, so I probably
I was thinking
won't.
Gorillas. Sorry, Gorillas has the best branding. LA Thieves is fun.
Yeah, maybe I'll buy it tonight. Everyone think I'm a sweat.
Royal Ravens, by the way, what the fuck are you doing?
Fucking Royal Ravens.
I love the team,
who is
but
it you
I
like last
absolutely
year?
hate this. Someone was shooting bodies in a CDL match that was broadcasted live. I can't. Nothing makes me happier than body shooting in a fucking CDL match. You have to be so toxic. Doing it in pub matches, we all do that, sure.
Yeah.
While you're being live streamed, you're shooting bodies, dude. That's aggressive, and I'm a fan. So Royal Ravens, if it has the same roster, is my favorite team. Unless another team will body shoot more, then they'll be my favorite team. I have no allegiance to any of these people or teams.
Yeah.
So, anyways, those are out now. They look pretty cool. And I think it said, wait here, camos and skins. So I guess there's like weapon camos too.
Yeah. It's the whole thing. It's like you get a charm, you get a calling card, you get an emblem. It's the whole fucking ordeal.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool, actually.
You should buy one if you think it's so cool. You want to rock the face? You want to rock the LA Thieves jerseys tonight? I'm down if you are.
Okay, well, I'll buy that as soon as you buy a Tamagotchi. How about that? That's some lore.
Oh yeah.
Any podcast listeners, that's some fucking lore right there. But anyways, let's move on.
I forgot about the Tamagotchi.
You're such a piece of shit.
Am I? That was such a good watch.
It was. All right, real quick. So that's it for patch notes, but we've got a lot of news to talk about. Some of this I'm actually very interested to talk about. So we're going to get into that, but first, a couple acknowledgments here. Aussie Menace, 34 minutes ago, with the 500 bits. The Dave Daly with the 6 months, tier 1 sub. Rasta fan, new patron, by the way. Welcome, Rasta. 500 bits and The tier 1 Submarino. Let's go, boys. You love to fucking see it. Ozzy says bloody Rippa with his fire emote. Twitch.tv/AUSSIEMENACE. Ozzy Menace. Ozzy, welcome, young man. We love, as always, having you here, brother. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the 500 bits, dude. Dave Daly, 5 months in a row, 6 months total. Enjoy your new fucking badge, Dave. And thank you for the sub, brother. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Much appreciated, brother. Thank you. Rasta fan, 500 bits, and the tier 1. Rasta, you're a new frog, and or I think you're a new frog. You're a newly involved frog. And of course, you love to see that. So, Rasta, thank you very much for the 500 bits and the tier 1 sub. I appreciate you, dude. So thank you, boys. Let's move on. Dr. Spray, I love you. Thanks for the help with my classes, he said in chat. Dr. Spray is a new frog in the chat. Welcome, Dr. Spray 05. Of course, change it. But also, I'm glad we could help you with your classes. Although, we don't do much of that here, do we? We give people class loadouts when they ask for them, I guess. Maybe you're referring to Cold War guns in Warzone. Either way, in that case, you're welcome. But hey, thank you for being here. That's the more important thing. We are in your debt, sir. You are not in ours. But I'm glad you've gotten some utility. All right, let's move on. News and upcoming changes. First of all, double weapon XP will be live in Cold War and Warzone from Friday, February 12th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, which is, of course, the correct time zone, through Monday, February 15th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So that is a, what is that? 24, 48 plus 24 hour window. Double weapon XP for Cold War and Warzone. So if you're thinking of trying out some new Cold War guns, you can level them with double weapon XP. Now, a quick note on this. If you guys really like Warzone, but you hate Cold War, I would recommend that during this and other double weapon XP events, get as many primary weapons to max level as you can. And secondaries, but especially primaries. Because what will inevitably happen over the course of Cold War's lifespan up until the next CoD releases is the meta will be shifting and changing. And you're going to want to have whatever the next OP Cold War weapon is for Warzone max level when it happens. So capitalize now on these double weapon XP events. Even if you think the primary is shit, even if it is shit in Warzone. So like an XM4, for example, dog shit in Warzone.
I don't know, dude. TikTok told me it was good.
I tried it. It's dog shit. Whoever told you that, I took their advice and I'm dumb for doing it. Don't use an XM4 right now. But get it max level because it might enter the meta in Warzone and you'll want to have it max level. So use these double weapon XP events to your advantage, even if you only play Warzone. That's my point there. So anyways, February 12th to Monday, February 15th, this weekend, basically. Also, this is an interesting little note here. New Kiss Confirmed mode coming to Cold War February 11th through the 18th in light of Valentine's Day. It replaces the dog tags and kill confirmed with candy hearts. And we can see that image here on the screen. Now, of course, I've added a note to this. This is rape culture. Right?
Is it?
You
think?
You violently assault people for a kiss. This is rape culture. And Activision do better.
Oh, yeah.
Activision do better. You're promoting rape culture, right?
Yeah, you're forcing yourself on them for a kiss. You're
forcing yourself on other non-consenting people. Exactly. It's disgusting. And Activision is perpetuating rape culture and they should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah.
So to that
How
we say
embarrassing for them.
It's embarrassing. It's disgusting. Activision, you misogynist white pieces of shit, do better. Okay? Do better.
Yeah.
So anyways, that mode is coming.
Cool.
Also, another little find from Charlie Intel here. They tweeted an image from the CDL PAX launch or whatever, where they were showing off the new skins And a screen grab is on screen here in this tweet. And it shows one of the dudes with a flag on his back. Charlie Intel tweeted, the CDL Team Packs trailer showcases CTF, question mark? CTF, by the way, stands for Capture the Flag. So the speculation here, the implication, of course, is that Capture the Flag might be coming to Cold War, and perhaps the CDL, or at least maybe just league play. But I would assume it comes to CDL as well. A couple questions, though. Do the CDL teams already know this, or are they going to be surprised like a week before the event happens? Much like last season when they nerfed the MP5 2 days before a semifinals match. Are they going to spring this on the CDL Pro Team's $30 million franchise spot? Is it possible?
They could. I've seen some CDL players talking about this. I think a lot of them would rather play Capture the Flag than they would play Control, I believe.
Has CTF ever been a CDL mode?
I don't know.
Not that I remember.
I feel like it has. I don't know. I think CTF is a very fun game mode, actually. I've always really enjoyed it. I mean, I think it's way better than Control. We played it in BO4. I think they added it later to BO4 as well, didn't they? I don't think it was out on launch.
It was always a limited time mode, and it was added later. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we had a fun time, especially like firing range Capture the Flag was a whole lot of fun. It's very team oriented, but it's still like fast paced, like Hardpoint or something. It's a good time. I like Capture the Flag, so I'd love it if Capture the Flag came to Cold War.
Go ahead.
I kind of think, like you're saying, though, I can actually see them putting it in CDL and deciding kind of late and then like removing Control, which would be, of course, a disgusting thing to do. But that's Activision's decision. So that's why it makes sense. And that's why they would do it, because Activision is in charge of it. Right.
That's, of course, true. That is, of course, true. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think like Treyarch would just drop that on them and be like, oh, here we go. Because, they can't. They're not in charge of the COD League.
Yeah, so. Treyarch isn't in charge at all. So, yes, I agree with you. This would be, I think, Search and Destroy is always, of course, the best viewing experience. As a viewer, Search is the most fun thing to watch in CDL. And you can't change my mind. No respawn.
Yeah. Clutch
plays abound. Strategy, teamwork, all that shit. Obviously. Behind that, I think Capture the Flag would be better than Hardpoint easily, Dom super easily, and Control. I think it would be more fun to watch. Because it is still team-oriented, but it is a respawn
Wait, they're
mode.
not playing Dom this year in CDL.
Yeah, they're not, but they did last year.
Oh, okay.
I'm just comparing.
Yeah. Got it. Yeah, everyone hated Dom.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I love to play Dom, but watching it in the CDL is fucking dumb.
Yes.
It's not a good game to watch. And it doesn't feel super competitive to me. But Capture the Flag, I think, would be really fun to watch, actually. I would support this decision.
I would, too. I think that would be fun to watch.
Yeah, for sure. So, anyways, that's an interesting little note.
Okay, no. So, Capture the Flag has been in nearly every competitive rule set since the early days of Call of Duty. Interesting. Really? So that was one of the original CDL modes, or just league modes in general.
It wasn't in MDub. I don't think it was in BO4 either.
It wasn't in... BO4 was the year that skipped it, but before that, it said it was in most of all the Call of Duties. Because it was in World War II, I'm pretty sure I remember.
I never watched
it was in World War
II.
World War II. Even back in Call of Duty 2, when we kind of went back and started playing that after COD 4, it was Search and Capture the Flag, yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah, I'd be a big fan of that.
Yeah, that would be
I mean,
cool.
Control, at least Control, like, they're on one objective. You can kind of say it's similar to Hardpoint. They're all fighting over that objective, but I think CDL just CTF may take more, like, game sense to make good plays, to get the flag, like, decide what route you're going to run. I think that would be really fun. I want that.
Yeah. As we alluded to, David Vonderhaar, author of the Vundy Bop, the head of Treyarch, very active, too active on social media. And he's kind of weird.
He's a weird guy. Yeah. There's no denying
he
that.
He said something about like, we work really hard on our games and we don't appreciate being like made fun of or whatever.
Well, get over it.
It's like, you also are a multi-fucking millionaire and we pay for the fucking games. So as a consumer, I'm allowed to criticize the product that I've purchased. You dumb fuck. He acts like, he says, oh, we work really hard like it's charity. Like, hey, you're a fucking millionaire, sir. Don't get indignant on me, okay? Make a good product. Like he's doing charity. Anyways, Vundy, weirdo. Really rubbed me the wrong way. This is a very recent tweet. I almost talked about it on the program, but I decided it's not really worth it. In response to the league play ranking kind of fiasco and how most people don't like it, we alluded to this earlier. In a series of tweets, Vaughn has acknowledged the community feedback that World War II's league play system is what fans want over Cold War / Black Ops 2's system. Not sure if this means we'll get the ELO style ranking back. And Vundy said, based on today's thread, it sounds like World War II was the fan favorite, or has the fan favorite system, not Black Ops 2. I'm not religious about any specific game system. Grateful for all the inputs. Could do without the name calling. Then he continues bitching, so I cropped it because I don't care. Imagine making millions of dollars and then complaining as if you just did this, you made this game out of the goodness of your heart. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Anyways, you're making an FPS for 19-year-olds. Of course you're going to be called names. Be thicker skinned. He's also been here for like 20 years. Like, you've never been called mean things on Twitter before? Anyways, be an adult. Be a grown man. It doesn't matter. Anyways. Not that I'm saying I endorse people telling Vundy to die or something. That's not what I mean.
Don't tell him that, yeah.
Obviously, he's kind of right. Don't be shitty, like personal attacks. But also, hey, you'll be fine. Go home in your Bentley to your fucking Santa Monica 8-story mansion, okay? And fucking take a chill pill, which is a cocktail of benzodiazepines and opiates because you can afford them. But what were you going to say, Tanner?
Yeah, it's like, you know, if league play is shit, I want to tweet at you and say league play is shit. It's like, what do you expect? Just
true.
Fix it, right? Don't put it. I mean, maybe test your game or play it before you put it out or something. I don't know.
Or yes.
Maybe have people play the game that aren't boomers and casual players, right?
Yeah. 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 Hey, Vundy, stop playing the game. Stop playing it. Have your Zoomer employees who you make code for 16 hours a day play it instead, or give them some time to, instead of working them in what amounts to a modern American sweatshop. These are all jokes. I have no idea what the working conditions are like at Treyarch. Genuinely totally joking. Let's move on. As I said earlier, I think the league play ranking system will be changed. Vundy wouldn't have tweeted this without that probably being true.
Yeah.
They're obviously open to changing it. It's obviously overwhelmingly negative reception on the current ranking system. So I think they're going to change it. So if you enjoy league play or were hoping to get into it, it'll probably go to an ELO style ranking system, which means it's not like +1, -1. It's like very specific 4-digit number that is very specific. And you'll lose. If you lose a match, the amount of ELO you will lose will depend on the ELO of your opponents. So if you're a 1,000 ELO team against a 8,000 ELO team and you will lose 0 rating. Whereas if the 8,000 ELO team lost, they would lose 2,000 and you would gain like 3,000 because it wasn't ever supposed to happen. That's how ELO works. It's actually a very good ranking system.
Yeah, it's so much better.
Yeah. So, anyway.
I'm not holding my breath on them actually changing anything, though.
Really?
I mean, we're already in February. I can't see them making any substantial changes. I don't know. I would say if we don't see a big change to league play within
Season
30
2.
days, pretty much, then I don't think it's going to be coming.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe.
I don't know. They are known, though, for doing shit really late in the life cycle for no apparent reason.
True.
So I take
True.
back what I said. They'll have league play fixed in like 5 months. and then we'll have 2 months to play it before the game's dead.
Yeah. Yeah, that's perhaps true. So, anyways, I would say again, I would bet that this is going to be changed. When is a different question, but also Raven says another ban wave went out today in Warzone. Raven tweeted on the 9th, quote, "Another ban wave today across #Warzone. Stepping up anti-cheat efforts on all fronts. More to come. Let's keep Warzone clean." Now, let me be totally honest. As much as I hate to say this, haven't seen many obvious cheaters in Warzone lately. Ever since we covered that 60,000 banned accounts, I'm going to be honest. As much as I hate to say it, this is entirely anecdotal, of course, but in my experience, haven't seen many obvious cheaters. Now, granted, there are thousands of players who have killed me who are cheating, but they're not doing it so obviously that I can tell. That has undoubtedly happened many times. But as far as like cheaters where I can tell they're cheating, it's been, I haven't seen many at all since their first ban wave that we talked about like a week or two ago, let alone since yesterday. So apparently they're banning more. So that's been, again, my anecdotal experience. But do you think we were too hasty? Do you think maybe their efforts are actually going to change something in a meaningful way, Tanner?
In the long run, no. I am surprised, though, that we haven't seen more cheaters already at this point. I mean, like we've said before, and we've always heard, is that pretty much within the time they put out an update, it's usually within 8 hours, they have the new code cracked and all the cheaters are running rampant again on their new accounts or on the, so I still don't think it's going to make any difference in the long term. I'm glad we haven't really had to deal with this in about a week, though. I mean, that is a good thing.
Yeah.
But, we do, what was I going to say? Oh, so JGod tweeted this thing out earlier. That's very interesting that I forgot to put in here, and it correlates with this. So somebody posted in his Discord, it was these like forum posts from one of the cheating websites. Basically, somebody was like saying like, hey, cool, like I did the 1 day trial of the cheat. It was called Leviathan, I think. Yeah. He's like, cool, I bought like the 30 day of the hack. I got sloppy and was using like obvious aimbot, and I actually got banned a few hours, or I got perma banned the next day, which is surprising, honestly, that he got perma banned the next day.
Interesting. Yeah.
So he wiped Windows. This is what he's saying. He wiped Windows. They have this whole step-by-step guide, apparently, on what to do after you're banned. Used a VPN, bought the 30-day, changed his hardware ID, blah, blah. So at the end of this post, one of the devs of the cheat company responds, and he says, really happy to read such a turnaround. Some users tend to leave without helping us get them back. Glad you stayed around for us to show you we can get you back in, meaning he was banned and he's getting back into the game.
Yeah.
Then this mod of the cheat website says, in the next 2 to 5 days, we should have something amazing that can wipe your shadow ban plus hardware ID ban in a few seconds and get you back in even faster. So this sounds like a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
I mean, what a fucking joke, right?
Yep.
I don't understand how these cheat websites can even do. How do they? Well, I'll never understand how they can code stuff like that. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, agreed.
So if this becomes true, I mean, hackers could be as worse as they've ever been. I think that's what JGod actually said. Oh yeah, he said get ready for the next wave of cheaters in the next 2 to 5 days. Yep. So this is gonna be fun if that comes true. You know, shout out to JGod and whoever posted that in his Discord.
Yeah. So what I was gonna say on this is like, this is the problem with reactive banning rather than proactive, like, anti-cheat software, is because reactive banning can work like Raven's doing right now for a limited time. But these cheaters and these cheat websites and these cheat developers, just like you said, they're always going to find a way to make a new cheat that's undetectable by whatever reactive thing, you know, Infinity Ward or Raven or Treyarch has done to get around it. And it's like, I don't know why we can't just use Punkbuster or something. Like, actually, it's so crazy. So, you know, it's good that they're doing this. This is better than nothing. And it's obviously been pretty effective, at least for me, at least from what I've noticed in the past week or two since that ban wave. But just like that dev said, they're going to find new ways to get around this shit.
Yep.
And then there's going to be a whole new epidemic. And then how many more months will it be until there's another ban wave? You know?
Yeah, cool. You banned 60,000 in one day. Some of them were cheating for 6 months.
Exactly. So then 6 months from now, we're going to have a clean game for 2 weeks. And then they're going to find the new thing. And it's going to be a fucking disaster for months and months and months. So I think the real test for Raven is going to be this. Let's say that cheat dev was correct. In 2 to 5 days, they have this new cheat thing where you can clean your ban and continue playing and cheating. Let's say that's true and that happens. Then we're going to have an outpouring of cheaters, an outbreak, an epidemic, some might say, a pandemic, some might say, of cheaters in Verdansk. The test is going to be how long from that point until that cheat wave is squashed. How long is that gonna take?
Yeah,
that's gonna be the test.
Too long.
That's gonna be the test. Now, because Raven's heading this, we might be in for a more rosy view. They might be able to react relatively quickly, such that the amount of time where there are relatively few cheaters is a lot longer than the rashes that we will get every time a new cheat comes out. And if that's the case, I'll be happy. But that is the question. That is the question.
Yeah.
So we don't know what this is going to be like, because this is the first time Raven's at the head of this ship. But you think it's going to be a long time after this next incoming rash before those cheats are banned again and those accounts are banned again. That's where your head's at?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I do have hope. Raven has definitely done a better job just communicating with all of this in general than Infinity Ward did when they were in charge of it. So, again, though, it's kind of odd to me because it seems more like this should just be coming directly from Activision versus like Raven or Infinity Ward at all.
Yeah, but true. I agree.
But yeah, I mean, if they can stay on top of it, I never expect this game to have 0 cheaters, obviously. I expect to run into a cheater, even if they have strong anti-cheat, like an actual anti-cheat program. I expect to run into a cheater at least once every couple weeks. That's going to be normal.
Of course.
I mean, maybe once a week if you're playing a lot. But like the amount that we've seen it where it's like you can't go 2 nights of playing without running into a cheater every single lobby. That's just actually unacceptable.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know. I'm agnostic on this point. I don't know if they're going to be better than Infinity Ward or not. My suspicion is that they'll be better. And even if they're not better, they'll at least hopefully be more communicative. They'll tell us more. Like, hey, we're working on it or something. Here's where I'll end this. It can't get worse than Infinity Ward. They can't do a worse job. So they're either going to do as poorly as Infinity Ward did with cheaters or better. So can't get worse. Let's see what happens. I'm cautiously optimistic, though. I'm cautiously optimistic. And they've proven me, they've persuaded me to this point because the last ban wave, pretty effective. So, at least from what I can tell. So we'll see. Also, another tweet here. Activision says, so by the way, Activision had like their fucking board, what's it? Stockholder?
Quarterly
shareholder
board meeting or shareholder meeting.
Shareholder, whatever the fuck.
I think that's what it is.
Adult thing. So we got a lot of this information. One such thing. Cold War sales increased sharply in December following Warzone's integration. The company also says that Black Ops Cold War and Warzone Season 1 Battle Pass is the most purchased Battle Pass yet for Call of Duty. Now, that would explain a lot. It would explain why the DMR was so good. It would explain why the MAC-10 was so good and is so good. And it would explain why the FFAR is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Because if you want to level the FFAR efficiently, buy Cold War, level it in multiplayer, and then play it in Warzone, even if you hate Cold War. So once the Warzone integration happens, and a lot of the really busted guns are Cold War guns, you don't want to have to level them in Warzone like an absolute asshole. You want to level them quickly so you can start making TikToks sooner rather than later. So you'll shell out the $60 for Cold War. This explains why the integration was done. Now, of course it was sloppy, but from a business perspective, which we said from day one, by the way, from a business perspective, makes perfect sense to do the integration. And the numbers reflected their thesis on this statement, on this sentiment, rather. And that's, unsurprising, I would say. And again, it explains why a lot of really good guns, really meta guns right now are Cold War guns. Because of course they are. That is what, that's how they would get more sales for Cold War.
Yeah, because they'll try to push those weapons to be better. Let's have people go and buy that game.
Exactly.
I mean, it's obvious. Yeah, this is what we expected.
Yeah.
It's not surprising at all.
Yeah, 100%. So, anyway, interesting, but unsurprising. Also, they say Activision has said they've learned a lot about integrating Warzone with new titles.
Have they?
Excellent question. So interesting they said that. They're lying to their shareholders. Someone called the SEC. And they will take their learnings from Cold War integration into Warzone to apply for future integrations. Wow. What the fuck does that tell you? This was a question that I genuinely had along with Tanner about the next Call of Duty title, COD 2021.
Uh-huh.
We were unsure if this was going to be integrated into Warzone in the same way Cold War was, or if they would just start over. And
there's going to be a new Warzone or something, yeah.
Yes, exactly. And I think what we landed on was there will maybe be COD 2021 also seamlessly transitioned into Warzone, #seamless, #transition. But that would have to be the last one because now it's just too much.
We'll still be playing on the same map by then, too.
That is, of course, also true. So this, I would say, is roughly confirmation that the next Call of Duty title will also be #seamlessly transition into Warzone. So where are my seamless transitioners at once again? How's that serpent wrap treating you in Verdansk months after the integration, by the way? So,
well, they think it's great because it says it's telling them it's doing something positive, right?
That is the room temperature IQ take I would expect from people who thought this was going to be a seamless transition. So, a couple interesting thoughts on the back of this. Do you think they'll do a better job integrating COD 2021 into Warzone than they did with Cold War? And also, will Cold War guns work by the time COD 2021 comes out? What are your thoughts on this? These are both open questions.
Cold War guns, I think, will be 75% fixed by the time COD 2021 comes out.
Okay.
I think. I still don't think it'll be perfect. I believe there's going to be a bunch of attachments screwed up, and they'll never get fixed. Man, what was the first question? Do I think the COD 2021 guns will be a disaster?
Do you think the COD 2021 integration as a whole will be better, worse than, or the same as Cold War?
I don't think there's any way they can do it as poorly as they did this one. So I do think it'll end up being better. Hopefully they'll learn some things. Maybe they learn some things when they are developing this game for multiplayer, like things like, okay, maybe we should make the bullet velocity closer to what like the average Warzone AR is right now. So let's not do what Treyarch did and make the fucking ARs have 300 less velocity. 300 meters per second less velocity than a Modern Warfare AR, right? I mean, let's not do that. Let's make the bullet velocity close enough, and let's make attachments close enough. Let's add things like tack lasers and stippled grip tape, monolithic suppressors, so that it flows better with what the current setup is.
Yeah.
So I don't think they can screw it up as much as they did.
Yeah. Okay. Boy. Okay. Will the Cold War attachments be fixed? I agree with you. I think most of them will be fixed, but not all of them. Number one. Especially at the pace they're setting now, having all of them fixed, I would be surprised. Number two, would they halt the integration because their current game doesn't work well enough yet? Of course not. #dollars. We just heard, right? The integration increased sales even though it was terribly done. They'll do it again. No matter how polished or unpolished it is, they'll fucking do it again. Because it gets them money. As they should. I wish the product would be better, but anyways. And then, will the integration be better or worse than Cold War? That's a good question. I almost want to say it depends on the developer of COD 2021. I think a lot of the difficulties with integrating Cold War into Warzone is that they were trying to take a Treyarch title and integrate it into an Infinity Ward game on an Infinity Ward engine. What if they wanted COD 2021 to be run by Infinity Ward again, so that the transition is a fuck of a lot easier because the guns are developed on the same engine that Warzone is already running on?
Well,
do you see what I'm saying?
It's Sledgehammer, but yeah.
Yeah, well, they were an auxiliary team, but am I getting a little too
black helicopters?
Or do we think that the developer plays into how easy or hard a transition would be?
Maybe for the first time, it's like Sledgehammer. Well, I don't know if it'd be the first time, maybe the second time. Sledgehammer leading it and Infinity Ward assisting them or something. That's what I'm kind of thinking. But yeah, it would make a lot of sense. And obviously, like, Infinity Ward is Activision's golden child. Like, they're Activision's favorite for sure. That's well known. They don't give a fuck about Treyarch or Sledgehammer or Raven or anything. So, I mean, it wouldn't be too surprising if they had them like jump on COD 2021 and put a lot of work into it if they think things aren't going well or whatnot. So we'll see. I mean, like, this is around the same time last year, I think, that we got the news about the dev switch in COD or in Cold War. Wasn't it around this time? That those rumors kind of leaked, saying basically like the game had been almost scrapped and Treyarch took over.
I think it was a little later, but yeah, roughly. Yeah. I mean, at least Infinity Ward did a pretty good job. Well, they did better than the seamless transition has been for the overall weapons in Warzone. Like, they haven't just destroyed anything, but that's because it was ported over from a different game, so I guess you can't really compare them. But it's just, if it is just basically strictly Sledgehammer, then we're going to have 3 development teams that all have weapons and their own attachments in Warzone. It will be messy for sure. Yeah. Agreed.
But I mean, it's making them money, right?
Yeah. I mean,
making a shitload of money.
True. I think if COD 2021 is an Infinity Ward or a Treyarch title, it's possible that the integration is not terrible. But if it's a third studio, they're now going to have 3 different developers into trying to wedge their game into one engine. And that would be real fucking rough. Real fucking rough. So I'm really heavily leaning toward Infinity Ward being the developer for COD 2021. Because it's obviously not going to be Treyarch.
Yeah.
So anyways.
Obviously.
So clip me now, link me later. Infinity Ward, developer for COD 2021. Mark my words. What do you mean no?
Like head or just assisting?
Head.
It's already basically been leaked that it's Sledgehammer. Everyone has been saying it's Sledgehammer.
We'll get into it. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, keep that energy. Clip it. Chat, clip this whole thing. Clip it.
No, I literally just told you I could totally see Infinity Ward helping, but I can guarantee they're not the lead development team for this year.
Great.
Absolutely no chance.
Great. Clip it.
So
Let's move on.
I mean, clip it. You're fucking dumb, so clip it.
Okay.
Fucking moron.
Another thing from this little shareholder meeting. Warzone will be central to our future content planning and a place for our fans to come together to see the latest in the franchise offerings. End quote. Charlie Intel adds, this confirms that they are making significant investments to deliver into the future. Again, unsurprising. We've been saying that on this program for quite a while. Warzone's the big cash cow now. Not individual games, not multiplayer, not campaign. It's free-to-play Warzone pushing store bundles down people's throats.
Yeah.
That's the big cash cow. And unsurprisingly, they recognize this. And that's why Warzone's going to be the main focus of Call of Duty for the foreseeable future. Certainly in the next 2 years minimum. There was also some things said by Rob, aka Bobby Koshtich, enemy of the program, Activision president, on Warzone. Warzone is going to be front and center for us for a long time. And on that front, I'd like to take a moment to thank our players, blah, 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 for feedback that they listen to every day, which is, of course, fake news. Hey, Bobby, leave me your cell number so I can text you and tell you to fuck off.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That feedback goes to one of his 12 cell phones he doesn't check. So.
Yeah, that's, of course, true. Yeah. This has only strengthened our commitment to continue to bring compelling new content to both premium and free-to-play players, Warzone, on a regular basis. Warzone will continue to be central of that future content planning. So again, none of these things, these are, again, I mean, why are we so... Tanner, I have a question. Why are our brains so fucking huge, right?
Yeah,
why are we saying the things that they are already saying, but we're saying them months in advance? It's an open question. We'll leave that for another time. The point here is this. We already told you this. Warzone's making them the most money. It's going to be the thing they focus the most time on. And they've confirmed that in this statement, in this shareholder meeting. So just keep all of those things in mind. Also, Activision has confirmed, this is the most unsurprising thing for me that I've ever read, and I say me specifically because Tanner's shocked by this. You're so fucking dumb. Tanner's shocked by this.
You're actually so dumb. Literally never did I say this.
Tanner's molding because he's so surprised.
Crazy. It also says the thing about Sledgehammer in this article. That's crazy.
Activision confirms that there will be a new Call of Duty game coming in 2021. Now, this should be news for no one. And it is probably not news for anyone except for, and of course, Tanner Dropshot.
Yeah.
Who is shocked.
You are fake news
at this development. So, anyways, unsurprisingly, they've confirmed there's going to be a new title this year. Some people were saying Warzone's so successful that they're not going to make a new game. Those people, I mean, come on, guys. They're going to miss out on all that money? There's no fucking chance. So, whatever. They've confirmed during their investor call that there will be a new game this year. What do you see about Sledgehammer? So the current rumors suggest Sledgehammer Games is working on the 2021 Call of Duty title. And they have not been in the spotlight since 2017 when they released World War II.
And that was the other reason to see. Last year they hired a bunch of developers. I think that was something we talked about at one point. They had a bunch of hirings for a game they were working on, and that's everyone was thinking like, oh, it's COD 2021.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird they would hire them all in 2020, but hey, what do they do these days? They put out unfinished games. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, that's how it'll go.
Yeah. So, anyway, unsurprising. Yeah, maybe it is Sledgehammer. I don't know. Sledgehammer, did they make Warzone with Infinity Ward also? Or was that Raven?
No, that was Raven.
So, yeah, this integration
Sledgehammer did almost nothing this year, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so the integration is not going to be great. Because it's going to be Infinity Ward and Raven, and then a Treyarch game shoveled in, and now also a Sledgehammer game. Just shoot.
So that also, if it's really going into Warzone, that can basically confirm that it's going to be some sort of modern era again. I mean, we're not going back to like World War II again, right? Because we're not going to have a fucking M1 Grand going up against
FAL
or a fucking Kilo. I mean, not a Kilo, an AMAX or something. You know, it just doesn't make any sense.
It's an Israeli assault rifle. I'm a gun scholar. Yeah,
are you?
True.
You should put that Trump flag up then.
Perhaps I should. That's a good point. That's actually a great point. I hadn't thought of that, but you're right, because they've basically confirmed COD 2021 will be integrated into Warzone. Warzone takes place in the modern era. Ergo, it would be unlikely that COD 2021 is going to be like a World War II game or anything really older than Vietnam even. Even Vietnam era, I think, would be too old. So I would venture to say modern. If they wanted to get real fancy, they could do like, you know, Gulf War era. I don't know if there's ever been a game in Call of Duty about the Gulf War, but go ahead, Tanner.
Or what if they do something like Infinite Warfare or Advanced Warfare? Because so we just had Modern. Then we had Cold War era. What if it goes a little bit in the future with like Infinite Warfare type shit? But again, it's like you can't really do like jetpacks or any like exosuits or movement like that if it's going into Warzone. So it almost limits it to just like regular boots on the ground traditional Call of Duty again.
It could be like Black Ops 4, where Black Ops 4 took place in the future, but the weapons themselves were not like super futury. They still fired bullets and shit, you know? Like the KN-57, my favorite gun in Call of Duty history.
They fire bullets for sure.
They fire bullets. Yeah, they're not like fucking, you don't shoot fucking lasers or anything. So, yeah, good question. Good question. That could be true too. That could be true too. So we will certainly see, but that's a great point on the era of COD 2021. We know kind of a lot. So, the biggest takeaway here is that Tanner thought there wasn't going to be a Call of Duty game in 2021.
You are fake news.
Never said that.
So, well, check the logs.
Here's what I said. I said no. I mean, they shouldn't make another game because these two have been utter shit. Maybe they should fix these before they give us another one and make Warzone playable, right? Before they add another mess to it. But of course, they would never do anything like that because they make so much fucking money. Why would they not put out a game?
Yeah.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's just not what you said originally. But
okay.
Anyways,
well,
let's move
check
on.
the tweets, right?
By the way, chat, I'm trolling. Yeah, that's what he said. And then almost done here, boys. Lunar New Year sale is live or almost live. I think it's live. Lunar. What the fuck is the Lunar New Year, by the way?
That's some Chinese shit.
I think it's like a Chinese holiday, right?
Did I say something extremely racist?
No.
I gotta look this up now.
I think you're right. I think it's a Chinese holiday.
February 12th.
Chinese New Year, right?
Yeah, Chinese New Year.
Chinese New Year, yeah.
Oh, it's in 2 days. Happy Chinese New Year to the
Happy
Chinese
Chinese
fans out there.
Shout out to the Chinese listeners. So, as part of that Chinese New Year sale, Cold War and MW are both on sale for a limited time. Looks like they're roughly 20% off. Actually pretty big. So if you haven't picked up Cold War, maybe you want to buy it so you can level guns for Warzone. Now would be a good time. Or when the Chinese New Year, the Lunar New Year, as I like to call it, is that sale is live. So
we love the Chinese.
We do love the Chinese on this program. And now Tanner, go ahead and take this one because you added this to the notes here. So what do we got here?
Okay. So we got a big website recently, SBMM Warzone, that shows you your lobbies, your fucking what lobby rank you're in and all that. Wait, why is okay? You're so fucking dumb. Why did you change your link?
What are you talking about?
Okay, you did. Got it. Okay, so you changed your link. I see. So this is a new website. Yeah, you did Iron. That's cool. So there's a new website called wzranked.com. It's a pretty cool new website. You put your username in like SBM and Warzone. It gives you like a total overview of like your stats. So it shows you. So this is something I wanted to ask you about. Did you look at this too much?
I did look at this. I just didn't think we should include it. Or I didn't think to include it. Not that we shouldn't, but I just didn't really consider including it. Because I saw JGod covered this.
Because it's like still in beta. I think it's going to be a big website pretty soon. But when they say current season, I don't think that's accurate. That's not actually the current season, is it? I'm pretty sure it's not.
I don't know. I have no idea.
But anyway, so basically it shows you like your KD up and down. It shows you graphs of everything. Like your last matches, actually your last 150 games played. It shows you your gulag win ratio, which is interesting. Of course, mine is much higher than Raz's. He doesn't win his gulags.
Well, wait, what is mine? Let me look at Razanon stats. Let me click the link that says Razanon stats. Actually, still lower than Tanner's. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, my KD's higher.
It shows your headshot ratio.
Ignore
so
this part.
you can see when you have off nights. But the thing I thought was kind of interesting here was it shows like overall statistics for everyone that's playing Warzone right now, and it shows like the most popular guns. So this is where Charlie Intel got their stupid little fucking image they posted that we were reaming about like the guns they picked, like the Kilo and whatnot. So this does show like the most popular primary weapons, the top 5 in Warzone right now is the MAC-10, the Kar98, Kilo, FFAR, and Grau.
Yeah.
So it shows like the MAC-10, 16%. So this is kind of cool. You can kind of break it down and see what people are running. Some of it is kind of surprising. Like look at the, let's see, where was it? Like the Cold War MP5. Like JGod has made videos about that, said how good it was. Look at that. It's like 0.9%.
Yeah.
So nobody's fucking using that.
Yeah.
But something that actually shocked me here was when you go and look at the overall perks that people are running. Look at slot 2. What do you notice there? Go to that fucking link with the perks.
Yeah.
What do you notice about perk slot 2?
So perk slot 2, red perks. These are the most common perks used in Warzone. Number 1 is Ghost. I'm already surprised that number 1 is Ghost.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in a second. At 55.6% of players using it this week. Number 2 is Overkill, which allows you to use 2 primary weapons at 41.5% of players this week. Number 3, a very sharp decline, by the way, for the math wizards here, is Restock at 1.6% of players this week are running Restock.
That makes no sense to me. I almost find that fake news, actually.
Really?
I feel like we always get killed by people just like throwing stuns at us, but maybe these guys are just running stuns and they don't have Restock, and I just assume they have Restock because they're running stuns. But really, they're running stuns without it.
So Restock percentage of loadouts is 1.6%. We also play in Diamond 1 lobbies, which is the top 1% of players. So if you're going to see Restock stun players, it's going to be in Diamond 1. And if that's
true, I think the more casual players are
track.
going to run Ghost.
Yeah. That's my theory. I don't think this is fake news. This doesn't surprise me.
So do you find it surprising that Ghost is used more often than Overkill?
This kind of, but also this kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier about how I feel bad for the casual player who doesn't watch JGod YouTube videos, who doesn't listen to the Dropshot of Call of Duty podcast. They don't realize,
they don't even know.
Exactly. They don't realize that the strategy is to get Overkill on loadout 1, get Ghost or Restock on loadout 2, and then get your second primary, just pick it up. You're not going to really figure that out unless you're like someone tells you. Like, that's not something I would consider doing, really, you know? So this doesn't surprise me that much because the casual average player is probably just going to have one Warzone loadout they use, and it's going to be like a Kilo with Ghost and like fucking akimbo snake shots as their secondaries, and they're going to wonder why they're not getting kills with it because it was nerfed a year ago.
Yeah. Yep. It's also surprising that in perk 3, so amped was in 61.9% of loadouts, and tracker was at 22%. I would think
That's
amped would be like
crazy.
80% plus. I don't know. I got killed by a guy. I think it was when we were playing duos yesterday, and the kill cam, it showed tracker. And I thought to myself, like, dude, I have like never seen a kill cam with somebody using tracker. That's so weird. But apparently a bunch of people are doing it. And again, I think it goes back to the lower lobbies. They don't really know what to run. I mean, they're kind of just clueless, right?
Yeah.
So that was a little surprising to me.
Yeah, and if you're a clueless player, tracker actually intuitively makes sense in a battle royale. It's like I'm trying to find people, so it would be advantageous to see like footprints or whatever.
Exactly.
Like intuitively this makes sense, but in practice, of course, it doesn't. But yeah. Still 22% is surprising though. That's way more than I would expect.
Yeah, so I think this website is like very early stages of beta. Like this website just went live like a week ago or something. So I think that this will be like a good resource in a couple months or something. So wzranked.com is the website.
Yes, yeah. Definitely worth checking out. And you can also, as we said, you can look up your own stats. So Warzone Ranked, you select your platform here, you type in your whatever fucking thing, and then here's your stats. So it shows current season. I don't think all time actually shows here, but it does show your current season KD. It has a fucking graph.
Pretty nice graph. I mean, your gulag win
graph.
rate is just fucking awful. Mine is 20% higher, of course.
Mine's 56.3%. Yeah, not ideal for sure.
Well, it's awful. Yeah.
I will say, since I started just jumping mid and sending it, I've been doing a lot better with gulag.
Told you.
I think I was trying to get too fancy.
Yeah,
but
I
win
agree.
ratio, headshot ratio. What's your headshot ratio, Tanner?
I don't know, let me pull mine up.
37%. Mine's 19.1. So Tanner's cheating.
No, mine's not. What? Mine's not.
I was looking at
36.
irons. Yeah, you're shit.
My headshot
Yeah.
is 24.
Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah.
My win ratio is 10. It also shows like your top 3 matches. So I don't get big kill games at all. So my highest kill game ever is 21, and my next one is 15.
Yeah.
So I mean,
21 and 0,
I'm
15
shit.
and
We still
12.
haven't played Warzone a ton.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll be playing more relatively soon.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't
My
know,
number
we'll see.
one is also, wait, what? 15? Really? When did I get 15 kills? Oh, minus.
It was the game where I got 21, I think.
No, this was with Lemur and them, I think. Yeah, I
okay.
remember this. Yeah. 15 kills. Yeah. So, yep. Anyways. So there was my PR, by the way, this season. Probably my all-time PR is 15.
So we are on a 19 game losing streak. So we need a dub tonight badly. I've lost 19 games in a row.
I actually forgot what winning looks like what that screen looks like. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I want to listen to some Creedence Clearwater Revival. Let's put it that way.
Did you go to individual stats and then squad and look at that? It shows like your teammates and like your win percentage based on games played with that person.
Wait, where is this? Individual stats squad.
Go
Okay,
then go to squad. So it's kind of cool. So basically, Cope is the guy that has like the highest win percentage for both of us for the games played.
Mine is goated out. I get the most.
Yeah, but he has less
goated
games
out.
played, so I kind of don't count that.
Games,
but
yeah, true.
Mine
you need
is
a bigger
Cope.
sample. Lemur,
so.
Matty Ice, Cope for the people I play with a lot. Yeah, for anyone over 30. Yeah. Jake Downs, of course, is complete dog shit. So, and yours is even worse. So,
Jake is awful.
And he cheats. It's probably because you shot him in. So,
yeah,
that's of course true. Anyways. Yeah, so this is a cool website. It's worth mentioning for sure. WZRanked.com. You can find your own stats. A lot of interesting info and details here. And again, at the top, you can look at your own stats and you can look at global stats, which shows again the loadout meta. What primary are people using most? Secondary, perks, and equipment, which is cool. So, and as Tanner said, also this is super early days. It looks like. So this will get fleshed out and be even better over time.
Yeah.
Just like SBMM Warzone is a lot better now than when we covered it last. Yeah. Now they show average and median KD. It's very helpful. And they've reworked their ranking system and shit. Very cool. So, yes, this is a website worth bookmarking if you're a Warzone player, for sure. So, yeah.
Cool.
Anything else you want to add here, Tanner?
No.
Okay. Get the fuck off my screen and go live.
Okay.
First of all, because I'm itching to play some Verdansk Warzone. But first, the Vaping Viking with the 10-month sub, one in the chamber, 200 bits, Calamity Cameron, 100 bits. Let's fucking go, boys. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you very much. Viking says, I found how to beat one of my longest subs, by the way, 10 months. Long time. I found out how to beat SBMM in Warzone. Viking, you're going to have to tell us more on that. You can't leave me hanging there, brother. So please let me know. One in the chamber, 200 bits. Thank you, sir. Welcome back, brother. Calamity Cameron with the 100. Welcome back to you as well, brother. I appreciate it, sir. It means a lot. Thank you, boys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now we are going to move on to iTunes reviews. If you leave a 5-star rating and write a review on iTunes, I will read it, like I'm going to do right the fuck now. And this first one is from Amphetamine Dream Team, which is not a change it. Pretty funny, pretty clever. Nice little pun. Title of this review, the content of this review is much worse than that, unfortunately. Razul and I went to school together. Okay. Elementary school was never dull with Razwald. Okay.
Okay.
Academics in the morning, stickball in the evening. Twere the times.
Okay.
Okay. We would cruise down the streets of Sandra Monica Boulevard in our struggle buggy. The skirts and dames, it's 2021, don't call them skirts, could not get enough of old lounge lizard Razathon. Let me paint you a picture of a Friday night in high school with Rosetta Stones. We're hiding in his parents' master bathroom and chugging Mike's Hard in the shower over the drain. We're getting proper spifflicated with none of that hotsy-totsy PC rhetoric of yestersoon. High fives are exchanged. Hard lemonade is imbibed and spirits are merry. Spirits can't be merry. I guess, I don't. Okay. That's the first thing that I take umbrage with. We resisted the swanky and decadent atmosphere of our elitist liberal high school friends that wore Che Guevara shirts unironically. Okay. Redeem yourself there. No, I don't like Radiohead and you can't guilt me into it. Fantastic. Prisoner of Razkaban was a real riot. A real dapper Donwin? Don't know what that means. Our relationship was many things, but above all else, it was definitely real. Okay, Amphetamine. This was an interesting review. I'll give you that. I enjoyed reading this. A lot of questions I have about what you mean, and more than that, your mental state. But this was a read, and I appreciate it. And thank you, of course, for the analytics, brother. On a real note, I appreciate that, dude. Just a lot of questions. This looks like the screenplay of A Clockwork Orange. That's what those are the vibes I'm getting. A Clockwork Orange / like The Great Gatsby. That's the vibes I'm getting here. But I like the Che Guevara shirt reference. That was fantastic. This next one is from In the D. This is a great podcast. This is a very entertaining and helpful podcast. If you are an avid Call of Duty player, you should consider joining their Patreon as well. True! The bonus episodes are very helpful for improving your gameplay. Also, of course, true. If you are a fan of Battlefield, I host a podcast called The Objective, a Battlefield podcast. I live stream the recording every Thursday on Twitch at twitch.tv/Dubfire33, Dubfire 33. Thank you. Well, Dubby boy, thank you, bitch. I appreciate the analytics. I'm glad the podcast is going well. I did listen to your episode most recently with, I think it was Only Slightly Bad, right? Old Evan, middle-aged Evan, as you called him. So, good ep. Good job. Nice mic quality. The flow is pretty good. Keep it up, brother. And thank you for the review. Urban Bigfoot writes, top tier should be 6 stars. Also, of course, true. You guys have worked your way into my top podcast listenings. The Discord is awesome, and you guys keep up on information regarding the game. Keep up the quality work. You rats can't wait till the hangouts. Well, you won't have to wait much longer because we will, of course, be doing them on Friday at 7 p.m. If you're, of course, a patron. So, Urban, I appreciate the kind words, brother, and, of course, the analytics. Last one is from Justin OD, which is, of course, a change it. Oh, by the way, the name Raznon is so much better than Tanner Dropshot. Change it, man. Okay, I agree. Justin OD, change your name, of course, more than Tanner Dropshot, perhaps. But Raznon is, of course, the superior name to Tanner Dropshot. And, of course, again, I appreciate the kind words and the analytics, you stupid bitch. And that is it. If you leave an iTunes review, rate it 5 stars, I will read it on the program. As I've just done, it helps the analytics a lot. Even just a rating helps the analytics, and we would, of course, appreciate that. And again, thank you all for the reviews. And thank you all for the support tonight. Been pretty nuts, and I appreciate you all. Methmouth, oh, the writer of A Clockwork Orange, with the gifted sub. Let's go. I appreciate that, Methy boy. For a total of 15 gifted subs to the program. Meth, welcome back. Your review was interesting. We'll put it that way. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you for the gifty boy. And thank you for the analytics, of course. Much love, dude. Glad you could be here live for it. With that, we're going to wrap this bitch up. Tanner, did you watch the Super Bowl? Tanner's not here.
No, of course I didn't. Why the fuck would I watch that?
Who won? It was Tom Brady, right? What team is he on now? I thought he was a Patriot.
The Buccaneers. The Buckies.
Okay. And did he do, like, well? I guess you wouldn't know either, huh?
He won, so that's all that matters.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, anyway, don't ask me about the Super Bowl. I've muted the sports channel in Discord 6 months ago.
Me
I don't
too.
care.
I muted it as soon as you made it.
Not only did I not see the Super Bowl, I didn't see one fucking play. I
Same.
don't care. I don't know what the score was. I don't know how close the game was. I don't know if it went into overtime. I don't care at all. The only reason I know who won is because everyone's like mad at Tom Brady or something for being better than the other quarterback or something. Don't care.
Yeah.
You guys have to remember, I host a podcast and Tanner hosts a podcast about Call of Duty. We are not NFL sports fans. We're not well-adjusted human beings, in fact. But some of you seem to enjoy the Super Bowl. So the main thing I would say is I hope you guys won some money. Because, of course, the Super Bowl is a betting occasion.
Yeah.
And, you know, whatever. We hope you won money. So, anyways, that's it. We're going to wrap this bitch up. Real quick, I want to see what Viking said about reverse boosting or whatever. Oh.
What do you say?
It takes time and most people won't have the patience. I just block everyone that's better than me. Well, that will help with SBMM. For sure. Thank you for your contribution to the conversation, Viking. I appreciate it. Anyways, yeah, we're going to wrap this bitch up. You can find us on social media at the Dropshot Podcast, at the Dropshot Pod on Twitter, but at the Dropshot Podcast, everything else. Twitch.tv/Razanon, Twitch.tv/Tanner Dropshot. Join the Patreon, patreon.com/thedropshot. More patrons every day. Don't miss out. There must be something there. And we're going to have a new episode Friday. You're going to want to hear it. Join the fucking Patreon. It's only $5 United States a month. You can afford it if you have internet. Maybe. Or not. Pandemic. Whatever. We would appreciate it. It's the best way to support the program. So check it out. See if it's your thing. We also do the Hangouts. You got to be a patron to join those. The Hangouts are both fun and exciting. Again, consider it. And with that said, an extra special thank you to our Damascus fucking patrons. Mr. Salmonella, J. Pritch, Slivovitz, Jake Downs, Zerosio, Tequila Sir Rockingbird, Face Esquire, Gift Curse, Adam H., Sniff Sniff Hambone, which is of course a change it, Jimbo Slice, Von Trapp, Lyle P., Aussie Menace, Vesturge, Godadope, Meet a 12-year-old, Papa Shido, Andrew H., Civ, Chef Kane, Blackbeard, Dr. J Webb, the pastor Nick Can, 86, Derek R, Wade M, It's the Pickle, That Dirty Clap, KJS Toys, Killacam, One-Handed 89, Garrett S, Jada Pinkett Smith, The Young, Nubile Miss Lemur Party, Freeze, The Dave Daily, C Brown, Young Evan, Read a Book, Deacon Cheese, Dubfire 33, Sage Legacy, Rizzle Music, Bjorn, Total Toad, Cody O, Cope Cowboy, Chris McClare, Crispy Boy, Thomas L, Blake C, also known as Balake, Lavana Fair, Brian P, Jaron G, Maxi, Shigo Hart, Rugaru, V2, Down Like Syndrome, okay, Oz Ted, perhaps our oldest patron, Proud Dad, Todd S, McBango, Hank Swift, L2K Greatness, Flex Stepdad, Turtle, Get Scammed, Big Rec 44, Chad G, I Love Modern Warfare, which is of course a change it.
Okay.
Steven S, Hank S, The Not Shit Stepbrother, See Ya Later Boy, Brutamus, Kelly M, Ryan S, SP Farms, The Crop Shot, Simple Name 8, Venlu, Sam V, He's Not One Shot Bro, Jen Hero, Caden K, Soul Drinker 1, again, of course, please, for the love of God, change it. Grim 29, Ben H, I love you though, Soul Drinker, Jacob E, Sarah, Christopher C, Raging Dusty, Dynamite Joker, Rasta Fan, and an extra special thank you to our one and only Obsidian patron, the Dropshot Patriarch, the Vaping Viking. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Have an excellent evening, of course, and as always, please remember, stay humble.
Stay humble.
Thanks for watching this episode of the Dropshot, a Call of Duty podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe because in addition to full episodes like this, we've also got clips from the show, as well as gameplay breakdowns and more on the channel. The show is streamed live on twitch.tv/Razanon every Wednesday and Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So give us a follow over there, make sure to turn on notifications, and you can chat with us live during the podcast. And of course, we are available wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search for the Dropshot on your favorite podcast app and make sure to give us a follow. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. And as always, remember, stay humble.